Is sponsored by Mattress Warehouse of Orlando. Mattress Warehouse is celebrating Black Friday in July. Buy one, get one free on select mattresses. Plus, get a free adjustable base with select purchases. Enter to win a $100 gas card or $300 bed gear bundle. Plus, one winner gets their purchase made free up to $5,000. MattressWarehouse.com.
Brian Setzer, Slim Jim Phantom, Lee Rocker, The Stray Cats, U.S. Tour. November 23rd, Hard Rock Live Orlando. Tickets on sale now at Hard Rock Live box office and Ticketmaster.
In this edition of the Marketers Report, Chris Eppel, head of marketing for the Americas, Harman JBL, weighs in on the importance of audio.
It's been amazing over the last couple of years to see what's happened with audio. We've doubled our investment in the last 2 years in the audio space. We find it to be highly critical to our business.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia connects marketers to the audiences, live conversations, and trusted influencers you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartAdvertising.com.
Why do you love movies? Is it the emotion, the spectacle, the escapism? On Raiders of the Lost podcast, we explore cinema like no one else, including huge interviews with stars like Ryan Gosling on Project Hail Mary.
It was like the Jaws shark. Didn't always work, came with its own problems. That's what made it great. The heart of the movie is Rocky and Grace, and their friendship is hard-earned.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Raiders of the Lost podcast, and listen now.
Listen to Real Radio in your smart home. Just tell Alexa to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate.
When power goes out and cell networks fail, AM radio can be a lifeline with local news, weather, and emergency information. But time is running out. AM radio could disappear from new cars unless Congress acts. Please text the 2 letters AM to 39179 and tell Congress to vote yes on the AM Radio for Every Vehicle Act. Text the letters AM to 39179. Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to STOP. This message furnished by this station.
Hoagie Fest is back at Wawa. And this year, it's a meal deal. Grab any shorty hoagie, wrap, or chicken sandwich, any Hers chips, and a small fountain drink for just $6. Or make it a classic for only $8. It's the hoagies you love, now with even more value. Big flavor, same Hoagie Fest vibes, but only for a limited time. Hoagie Fest is back. Gotta have a Wawa.
Russ Rollins here. This July, celebrate America's 250th birthday by declaring your freedom on outdated bathrooms, hard-to-clean grout, and the worry of hidden leaks. At HBN Bath, they'll help you enjoy beautiful, low-maintenance shower designs with quality products from brands like Moen. For a limited time, qualified buyers can enjoy no payments until 2028. It's your chance to declare independence from old bathrooms once and for all. Visit hbnusa.com. That's hbnusa.com. License number CBC 1255975.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life. In Office Orlando.
If you haven't switched to Pure Talk because you're not sure their coverage is every bit as reliable as Big Wireless, why not take them for a test drive? For a limited time, Pure Talk is offering any of their plans for just $15 a month for the first 3 months, including their top-tier unlimited data plan. No contracts, no commitments, just a great deal on a high-speed network with unlimited data from an American wireless company. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and let the savings begin.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM, HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Rich. R-I-C-H. That's Rich. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie starts now.
It is Monday, July 20th, 2026. Lots to get to today. From Tropical Storm Bertha to the Odyssey fights off critics with a big box office win, and huge drama breaks out as the World Cup ends in America. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. C-Lane is here.
Hello.
And so are you. You can send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right to the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Monday?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Did you have a good weekend?
Yeah, I did.
What'd you do?
Fun
Some
weekend.
fun?
We took the kid to the Science Center on Saturday, which is
great. Did he question all the science in the Science Center again? Because
you mean like last time when he told some other kids the dinosaurs weren't real?
Yeah, C-Lane's son goes around the Science Center and informs the other kids that all this is fake news. Which is very, very much. What is it?
No.
This isn't real. You think those big dinosaurs walked around?
He
No.
did hug a kid that we didn't even know, and it was both sweet and also a little weird.
It's alarming. Okay, all right.
He's a sweet guy, and
he is. Yeah. Big heart.
We did that, and then it mostly was just like hanging around the house, getting in the pool, lounging around. I did make a move last night where I was like, at some point, I need to read the writing on the wall and cut the festivities off, because every once in a while I'll have a really rough Monday.
Oh, I've seen it. Yeah.
This is a pretty good one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This is how it can be. All you have to do is control yourself.
Yeah.
And this is how every Monday can be this way.
Sure.
So you could be sensible like me. And I only had 5 shots last night. So the world is spinning
5
the right way.
shots.
That's the normal Sunday. All right, let's start off as we always do. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse.
What's a
Let's see what's
non-normal
happening.
Sunday? Hold on.
Depends
5
on what's
shots
going
is
on.
baseline.
Did a family member just die? Because 47 is probably what the answer to that question is. Let's put our ears in the ground, our fingers in the pulse, and let's see what's happened in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to Chicago, everybody, where they have gathered this morning to do something that I guess there's a group that does this. I don't know if it's a Monday thing, because it feels kind of like a Monday thing. I want to do it as a Monday thing. But they gather on the shores of Lake Michigan, and they just scream. This is what they do to start their week. This is a little weird, but here it is.
In 3, 2, 1.
Okay, all right, that's it. That's how they start their week. Yeah, I guess so. I guess they go out there on Mondays. I don't know what they have to complain about. It's summer in Chicago. Go out there in the middle of the winter. That's when you should be screaming at Lake Michigan. That's the time when it sucks. Yeah, you go out there and it's miserable. And you're like, ah! That's not what I do, though. Just for the record, it's not how I start my Monday off. I have a very different thing. I wake up, I stare into the mirror, I look directly in my own eyes.
No.
What?
No.
No. It's better than screaming.
No, don't do it.
It's much better than screaming if you want to start your Monday off that way.
What is that from?
Oh, my God. He doesn't know, folks. Don't tell him. Nobody tell him. Nobody tell C-Lane. Only fake answers are acceptable. What is that from? You don't know this? This is how you start off your week.
Not ringing a bell.
No.
What? Don't tell him what it is, anybody. All right? Only fake answers today with your dispatches over on thenewsjunkie.com or in the News Junkie app. We look forward to hearing from you as today rolls by. A lot of stuff going on, so we'll start working into that here shortly. If you want to scream to start your week, that's fine. Whatever you like to do, it's good with us. Bootsy says Shawshank Redemption. He hasn't seen it. He hasn't seen Shawshank
100%
Redemption.
seen Shawshank, and I've seen Obsession.
I know what. It's actually Mama Greaser has it. It's Willy Wonka. It's one of the ones with Johnny Depp.
It's when she's becoming the giant blueberry.
Yeah. It's when she takes the blueberry thing and she's like, no. Sleepless in Seattle. That's it. Sleepless in Seattle. Nobody tell him. Only fake answers today on the show. We do have a Rate My Blank for you. And I can't believe we haven't done this before, but I'm excited for it here today on the show. And I think we might even stretch this out. You know, Rate My Blanks could be stretched out a little bit. Maybe we can pull them over the course of a week to get more of you giving your input on this. But I want to do a Rate My TNJ magnet. Now, you can either show your entire News Junkie magnet collections. You could show, and this is a nice move here that may make you the winner this week. You could show a magnet in the best possible, most interesting location you've brought a magnet. People have brought them to the pyramids. People have brought them to the tops of mountains. People have brought them all around the world. The News Junkie magnet with you in the most amazing place, your collection. I want to see it. I want to see your magnets this week on Rate My Magnet. So send those in as photo dispatches over at thenewsjunkie.com. Finally, somebody got his Toy Story 5.
No, I like the Elder of Rock. It's the famous scene from When Harry Met Sally.
This is it. She doesn't order the soup. No. She gets the other. What? No. Oh, God. This is why, okay, folks, I just realized something. This is why sometimes C-Lane gives me no response to what is undoubtedly an absolutely banger text message. And I know why he didn't respond to one that I sent this weekend.
Which one?
Now I am.
I tried to be good about it this time.
Here, this is this is great for those of you who have actually seen this movie. This is fantastic. Hang on, here it is. It's actually from Obsession, for those of you who don't know, the runaway hit of the year, Obsession. And this is Obsession, where somebody dubbed it in Japanese. You still haven't seen this?
Yes, I have.
You don't know the most famous scene in the movie?
I said earlier I've seen Obsession.
Yes, more than anyone, she says.
Nikki.
So this is one of the most intense parts of the movie, if you haven't seen it, where the guy that's like the star of it says, Nikki, does your dad really have cancer? She spins, but in Japanese this time.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Wait. Different.
Wait. You telling me no in Japanese is
yeah. It's so much better in Japanese. No idea what they're saying, but still a good time. There you go.
Somebody tuned in right in the middle of that and was like,
Wait, what the hell
happened?
What's going on
station?
right now? God only knows, truly. Okay, we have many things to discuss, but as always, when we start off the week, we usually go to the box office, and it was a big banger of a weekend at the box office. A lot of money's coming in. The movie's having their biggest year since the year 2020, all right? Since everything crashed and burned and people said, movies are over. Ain't nobody going to be going to the movie theater anymore, Sean. But here they are. And they went to the Odyssey. Despite the haters and some critics and some people who are upset about X or Y or Z or whatever it was, there was a lot of people who bought tickets to go see the Odyssey for a $124 million weekend. Yes, $124 million, number one. Moana, number two, with 19. Toy Story 5, number three, with $14.8 million. That's how it shaped up over there. The interesting thing about that was there was people who were coming at the Odyssey, which I never quite understood the campaign they had going on, where they thought it was woke because I think there's like a black actress in some role that was supposed to be. They're all supposed to be Greeks. There's no Greeks in the whole thing. All right?
I think there's a black actress that plays Helen of Troy, right?
Yeah, and like all the people aren't the correct races, but everybody's supposed to be Greek, I believe, in the entire thing. And So that was off, and people are upset about that. And then you have Ellen Page, now Elliot Page or whatever, is some role in it. And when I was watching this, I go, I feel like if you watch this movie in the theaters, and do tell me, because I didn't see the Odyssey this weekend, do tell me if you did see it. I feel like those things are like this, like a flash in this movie that's 2.5 hours long. And so everybody's talking about drama that is like flies by on the screen like that and isn't really, worth even blabbing about.
Does Helen of Troy not have a significant role in the Odyssey?
I mean, maybe she does. Maybe it's bigger than I thought. But I thought that the whatever they were being dramatic about wasn't big enough as part of the movie for everybody to freak out. And clearly, this was one of those things where it's like most people just wanted to see a cool movie.
Yeah.
They want to see a cool, big, blockbuster type movie.
I don't typically, you know this about me, like movies that are based in this time frame. But I think I will see the Odyssey because I like the story.
It's an epic, right?
Yeah, there's something about the Odyssey that I've always thought was kind of cool. I remember like learning about the Odyssey in school. This is so nerdy. I can't believe we're starting like this on a Monday. I was learning about the Odyssey in school. But I already knew what a Trojan horse virus was, but I didn't know why it was called that. And then when we learned about it, I was like, huh, all right. That makes a lot of sense.
I thought the Trojan horse story was history. I thought it was actually true. I was like, yeah, wasn't there a moment when the soldiers wanted to get to invade this place and they built a horse as a present and then they all got inside the horse and then when they opened up, they started launching a war on them, and I was like, that was part of history, right?
If the Trojan horse was history, you would have to look back on that and go, well, that is the silliest thing to fall for, but for the victor, the smartest thing that will only work one time.
Right. Yeah, next time you send a big gift, people are going to be real curious. So, I legitimately, Bootsy says, I thought the same thing, 100%. When I was younger, I thought, when I say younger, I mean maybe not even that long ago. I thought that was a real thing that happened in history. Like, remember when they loaded up in the Trojan horse?
So Friday?
Yeah.
Was when you learned that didn't happen for real?
Yeah. Well, I did see a video that reminded me of this weekend because this young dude, he's filming himself. He shows up to watch the Odyssey and he buys his ticket and he's pulling behind him a giant Trojan horse, which very clearly has his friends in it who have not purchased tickets to go see the Odyssey. And they're like, what is that? He's like, I'm a big fan. I'm really into the movie. And they're like, we need to see what's in that. He's like, it's just a gift. It's a gift that I've brought for the theater. Oh, my gosh.
If I were the theater manager, I think I would let him in.
I'd be like, you win. You win this round. We'll let it happen. We'll allow for it to occur here. I do have an amazing story about the Odyssey that I want to tell everybody when we come back. We've got a big, giant hero moment for everybody as well that we'll share with you. What's going on with this tropical depression that's going to be Tropical Storm Bertha? What should we all expect no matter where you're listening right now? We'll tell you about that as well and a whole lot more. And it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at...
Hello. Welcome behind the scenes. It's Monday, everybody. It is Monday, everybody. Welcome behind the scenes. Skull mic activated. Hey, TNJ chat. Hey, YouTube, Twitch. Hello? Oh, stand by. Stand by. Okay, we're good. Couple of things over the weekend. Couple of things, everybody. Number one, the studio screen has now been updated so that when you subscribe via Twitch or resub or whatever, I can see those notifications on the studio screen. So I can shout you out for Twitch subs as well. I wanted to do that for a while. I got that worked in this weekend. That's number one. So the studio screen continues to be improved so that I can see all the feedback coming in. Number two, Banger feature alert. The last piece of the puzzle for this show has been the live element, right? I haven't had anybody who will screen phone calls in a decade on the show. And I wanted that. I was like explicitly like, hey, we need to have some live interactivity, which is where I thrive in some places, to go along with the dispatches to really round out all of the feedback that comes in on this show. So I finally solved that problem this weekend. And it's not live trivia. It's not live trivia. Phone screener es no necesito. Oh, tú es necesito. It is, yeah. Yeah, because at first you get excited. You're like, I'll just take these suckers live. But you have to tell people that they're going to be on the air, number one. You legally have to tell people that they're going to be on the air, number one. And number two, you find that a lot of people will call the station and 90% of the calls are terrible. 10% of the calls, maybe even 95% of the calls are terrible, and 5% of the calls are gold. So you have to filter those out as best you can. And that is something we figured out this weekend. When I say we, I mean me. We, me. So I'll let you know about that. Remember when Jimmy wanted to take as many live calls as possible? I do not. No, This Week in Cats is never, ever, 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 ever coming back. Hey, Steph. Hey, Kyle. Hey, crazy drunk cat lady. Hello, everybody. Welcome on board for a Monday. Yuckers, that is not the number. I don't have any access to that number. But I do have a fully automated phone system now built into the show. It still needs a little bit of work, but it's a fully automated phone system that will screen the calls. It'll show up on the studio screen. It's a brand new number. And I think it's a game changer. It's the next thing iHeart's going to steal from me. It's the next thing iHeartRadio is going to steal from me. How about on the anniversary of the show, one day only every year, yearly live trivia? No. That's not coming back. God bless, though. Good on you guys for trying. Now, just a question, chat. How many of you watched the Odyssey this weekend? How many of you watched the Odyssey? You literally got a movie ticket and you went and watched the Odyssey in theaters this weekend. Anybody? I saw it. We've got one on board. I want to know if you saw it, number one, and then if it was good or too woke or too whatever, whatever. I want to know if you saw it, if it was good, or if like Bootsy, you want them to add intermissions to 2.5-hour movies. True and very fair. My theater was sold out all weekend. Wow. Going to a 3 p.m. showing this afternoon. I really liked it. Excellent casting, in my opinion. I've only seen some of the trailers for it. I thought it looked interesting. I think every once in a while people want a big epic movie, although it always highlights to me how little people know about the movie industry. Like, for instance, I saw somebody say the budget for the Odyssey, the Christopher Nolan film, The Odyssey, the budget was $250 million. And they made $250 million in their opening weekend. So they made back their money in the opening weekend. And that's somebody who doesn't understand how a business works. I love how people will say that. Like, it made $250 million its opening weekend. It made all its money back. As if the movie theaters exist as some giant form of charity and they don't take anything out of this revenue stream at all. So you make $250 million at the box office over the weekend and you keep it all. You can, like, the theaters get nothing. In reality, the theaters get almost half of that. So the movie made a lot this weekend. It didn't make all its money back yet. And then you have to add on the promotional budget, which for a movie like The Odyssey, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I saw this thing advertising like a year out. I wouldn't be surprised if they spent $150 million or more in just global marketing, if not more than that, for the movie. But they're going to make money. My wife did, loved it. My brother worked on it. He was very happy with it. What? Your brother worked on it? What did he do? What'd your brother do? Was he like a soldier or like a cameraman or like what was his gig? That's kind of cool. All right, we're going to sink into things here. Then we're going to fire up the drama on a Monday. We got Amy Caulfield from Fox coming up. She's always a great time. We have a whole lot left to get to, but we got to roll back into it. Back live on the show in just a second.
Message from the Florida Department of Transportation's Target Zero initiative.
Why do you love movies? Is it the emotion, the spectacle, the escapism? On Raiders of the Lost podcast, we explore cinema like no one else, including huge interviews with stars like Ryan Gosling on Project Hail Mary.
It was like the Jaws shark. Didn't always work, came with its own problems. That's what made it great. The heart of the movie is Rocky and Grace, and their friendship is hard-earned.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Raiders of the Lost podcast, and listen now.
For all your plumbing needs, go to modernpi.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Rich. R-I-C-H. That's Rich. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Radio.
On the bright side, we're not dead yet. You're listening to the...
As always, but we're stretching it out a little bit. I want to see your magnets. Maybe your magnet collection. Maybe your magnet in the weirdest place. Maybe in the most amazing place. Just show me what you got. Send that over as a Rate My Blank on thenewsjunkie.com as a photo dispatch. Thanks for that in advance. Couple of things to work in before we really fire everything off here on the show. Then we're going to talk to our good friend Amy Caulfield at the top of the hour, which is always fun and interesting. We'll see what she has to say. But I have to tell you, last thing on this, the Odyssey movie, which was super interesting to me. I said, some of you people, some of you Odyssey fans and haters for that matter, some of you are deranged, all right? You are deranged, you fans of this movie who went and saw this weekend. $125 million at the box office. One of them, Amber Conahan. Now, if you're wondering why I would call somebody who likes the movie The Odyssey deranged, stick with me. Just trust me a little bit. Well, don't you trust me after all these years? Amber Conahan, a 29-year-old tech editor living in the California desert, bought her ticket to the Odyssey over a year in advance. Let's stop at that. Have any of you ever, for a single moment in your life, ever bought a ticket for a movie a year in advance?
It's usually not even possible.
I mean, yeah, number one, I don't even think I've seen that possibility before.
We just had a story last week in the hot sheet where they were pre-selling tickets to, I want to say, one of the new Marvel, one of maybe Avengers kind of deal. They were pre-selling it, and they were like, okay, if they're pre-selling the tickets, that means if you buy a ticket, you clearly have to have a time and a date to watch the movie, and if they're scheduling the movie, they need to have a rough estimate of the runtime of the movie. That was the point of the story, was that it was going to be another long runtime movie, like a lot of these popular movies have been, the Odyssey
like
included.
2.5 hours or something, right?
So if she bought a ticket for this over a year in advance, it would mean that they knew the runtime and they were actually scheduling the movie over a year in advance? Or did she just buy some sort of voucher or guarantee?
I think they really did start the promotional campaign for the Odyssey with not Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, and all the other people that are in it as well. It's a huge movie. I think they started it really, really, really early. They spent a lot of money promoting the hell out of this, but it worked. $125 million, $250 globally, $250 million, which was the budget of the movie. So that doesn't mean, for those of you who don't understand how the business works, that does not mean that they've made all the money back from the movie. The theaters, in some wild plan to squeak out a profit, do get to keep some of the box office money, about half of it, right? So half of it goes to the movie theaters. And then also you have a budget.
They make their money on concessions too, Sean.
Yeah, but they make, at the beginning especially, and then further in, depends on what the deal is with the movie, but they make a lot of money off of the movies being in the theaters, or at least a portion of the box office. So it made a bunch of money, but they were pushing this so early that this woman bought a ticket to see the movie The Odyssey 1 year before it came out. The only thing I've ever heard like this is I know some people who pre-ordered Duke Nukem before it was released, and I think it took a decade for the Duke Nukem follow-up to be released. So that's the longest run.
Did anybody get their money back in that amount of time?
I think it came out eventually. Maybe not. I don't know. But Amber Conahan, a 29-year-old tech editor living in California, bought her ticket to the Odyssey over a year in advance and is prepared to drive 3 hours to reach the nearest theater showing the film in the format, because she wants to see it on the big screen, 70-millimeter IMAX. She said a pregnant friend had recently urged her to start trying for a second baby, but she wasn't ready to risk the timing clashing with the movie's release. So this woman buys a ticket to see the Odyssey a year ahead of time, right? Then the woman was going to have a second baby, but didn't want to risk having a second baby because she didn't want it to interrupt her availability when it came to go watch the movie The Odyssey at the theater.
How do you even know it's going to be any good?
I have no idea.
Are you that big of a Chris Nolan fan? Are you that big of a Homer fan?
Yeah, people like Chris Nolan, right? He did the Batman movies.
Yeah.
So, he's got a big following. Maybe she just thought this is going to be great. She said, no, I have to wait a few months. Otherwise, it's going to be too close to have a baby to the Odyssey. And she just did all of this stuff, went so far to go watch this movie. And I'm hoping she was thrilled with seeing the movie over the weekend. I'm sure she enjoyed it, but I have never done that in my life. I've never thought, oh, there's a movie coming out. It's a year from now. I don't do that with concerts. I don't do that with anything at all.
Concerts would be months in advance, maybe when they announce the tour. Tickets don't go on sale for a concert more than a year in advance.
Sometimes I'll hear the concert dates and it'll say December 2027. And I'll think, Jesus, holy cow. I don't do anything that far in advance. Maybe some of you do. Maybe some of you are really into it. But let us know and give us your reviews if you went and saw the movie, or if you think it sucked and it was woke, or I don't know, whatever you thought. Let us know. Give us your thoughts over at thenewsjunkie.com. Quick hero moment here that went viral over the weekend, over 1 million views. This police officer is cruising along when he encounters a vehicle on fire, and the vehicle is fully engulfed in flames. I don't know for what reason. The guy behind the wheel or something must have been stunned because he wasn't getting out of the vehicle. Here's how this went down. Listen in.
Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Let's go! Come out of the car! Open it!
All right, I don't know. Most people probably won't have noticed that. Most of you are just listening, but either way, the craziest thing to me is he comes up to this car. It's totally on fire. And when he goes to try to open the door, the cop grabs the door handle. You see here, ready? Watch this, C-Lane. And the door handle pulls right off of the car.
I've had that happen to me. Yep.
And I said, was this because of the ferocity that the officer was trying to open the door with them? Or was this because the car gets so hot and all that stuff is just melting in there?
Oh, yeah. I wonder if the heat from the fire had loosened the glue that holds that door handle on. You would think it would be probably a little more I don't know, secure than that.
It's a cheaper car. And then so the guy has his
Probably
window
why it's
down
on
a little
fire.
bit. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Let's go. Come out of the car. Open it. Get out.
I mean, the smoke is just pummeling out.
Window. Hey, come out through the window. Sir, come out through
Breaks the window.
Give me your hand. Give me your hand now. I got you. Get me out.
Pulls him out the window.
All right, you okay? Anybody else in the car? No one else in the car? No one else in the car? Come with me. Here. Come with me. Is there anyone else in the car? No one else in the car? Come with me here.
All right, and the car is it's completely in flames. The guy, maybe he was stunned. Maybe something medically was going on. I don't know exactly what was happening here. But the guy was in the driver's seat of his vehicle, and he wouldn't get out. And the cop had to smash the window and start pulling him out of the car. And he was just sort of like stunned in this moment. And unbelievable to see the heroic movements of the police officer who pulled this guy out of the vehicle.
Do we know what caused the fire or anything else about how, like, what may have stunned him?
Yeah, hang on. I have some details on this. I'll put this up on See It Now as well because it's a visual. I want you guys to be able to see it if you're listening right now. But the cop came up to the vehicle and he says, "Give me your hand," pulls this man out from this car. The details: a routine traffic stop on Saturday turned into a heroic moment when a Texas cop pulled a man out of his car right before it burst into flames. Get out, get out, get out, get out of the car, the officer says. The officer was Corporal Joshua Swisher from the South Lake Police Department. Swisher was seen on his dash cam rushing up to the burning Nissan and urging the male driver to get out ASAP. The cop tossed a glove on his hand and smashed the window to give the driver more space to exit. He then reached in and helped the man get out of the vehicle. They said Fox 4 in Dallas reported Swisher was pulling over a Mercedes for speeding when the smoking Nissan pulled ahead of them and parked. He quickly pivoted into helping the Nissan driver, who was suffering from shock because his door wouldn't open. So I guess he panicked because, the door is not opening and he's stuck in there and it's engulfed in smoke. Somebody says maybe he was a monk protesting the war. No, it wasn't. It wasn't self-immolation. His car was on fire and he got stuck inside there. And then the police officer let him out. He said he grabbed onto me. We got him out of the car shortly before the entire interior of the vehicle went up in flames. And then the craziest thing is the guy was okay. He was all right. He survived this whole thing.
Yeah, and the speeding Mercedes driver got a warning.
That, the brutal thing, did he go back to the Mercedes vehicle and go, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the delay"?
He issued him a warning. The guy got
ticket. Off. Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Because that would have been the move. Be like, "I'm a serious police officer. You're not getting off just because I saved somebody else's life." But it's wild. And I'll put that up over on See It Now right now. In fact, I'm getting a screenshot for it so you can see what's going on. Look, I like highlighting when good things happen with police officers. Bad things often pop up into the news. I'm very critical of police officers, as many of you have heard over the years. But I think it's important to showcase all of the sides of this that you possibly could. So, cop saves man from burning car. That will do it. It's up on See It Now over on the newsjunkie.com. And you can take a look at that when you get a chance. And also, if you miss anything on the show that's a visual, if I don't put it up, please let me know, and I'll do it afterwards if you want. If you miss something, I want to make sure everybody's able to see what we're talking about. There you go. That's up on See It Now over at thenewsjunkie.com. Lots of Rate My Blanks coming in. It's good to see these. I'm seeing a lot of people sending in their magnet collections. This one is somebody saying, "Here's my magnet in an amazing location." It's just on the side of their dog. They've just taken the magnet, the News Junkie magnet, and it's just on their dog's belly.
If this were a video dispatch and the dog got up and started walking and the magnet stayed on, I'd be very impressed.
Yeah.
If you went to the,
maybe you're such a fan that you went to the links of installing magnets in the side of your dog. So, or metal, I guess. You're like a metal plate so that your dog could be affixed with a News Junkie magnet. That would be impressive. Probably bad, actually, for the dog. But I want to see more of these. This is the News Junkie at the Grand Canyon National Park. Look, somebody over the weekend goes, "Hey, I saw this in Chicago. Did you leave this here?" and it was the News Junkie sticker in the middle of downtown Chicago outside of a bar on the door. And I was like, no idea. No idea who put that out there. Whoever did, shouts out to you for spreading the word. And that's what I want to see pictures of for Rate My Blank. Your magnet collections. I want to see your magnets in the most amazing places. We'll keep that going on throughout the week. We'll showcase them, and we'll see just what you have for us. So send those as a dispatch, a photo dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com right now. We got to talk about what's happening with the tropical storm potentially out there. But did you watch the World Cup final game?
Yeah, we had it on while we were doing other stuff. We had it on. I watched the halftime show from the pool. Just kind of like floating around, seeing all the Shakira and all that stuff.
Let's start there, because is this the first time they've ever had a halftime show at a World Cup final? I think they realized this is so big for the Super Bowl, and we have way more people watching than the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So let's get
2026 FIFA World Cup final made history by hosting the tournament's first ever Super Bowl style halftime show.
Okay. Yeah. So they had Justin Bieber. They had Shakira doing her Waka Waka song, which they really missed the boat on that.
Why?
Because they also had the Muppets out there.
Oh, and they could have had the Muppets doing the Waka Wakas?
They could have had Fozzie Bear do the Waka Waka song with Shakira. Like, I can't believe this. I saw somebody point that out. I'm like, what a missed opportunity.
Are you sure they didn't?
They didn't. No, they had the Muppets were out there. I forgot what song they played. Was it not song 2? It was White Stripes, Seven Nation Army. Yeah, they had them doing that. I saw them getting ready. There was a lot of very strange things. Just for those of you watching, you can watch the show on youtube.com/thenewsjunkie. They were filling up this World Cup trophy with air. Check this out. Very, 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 very sexual looking, I have to be honest with you, as they very quickly fill up the World Cup trophy to be one of these stage props around the stage for the halftime show.
That's actually pretty impressive. Like, how much air do you think they just unloaded into that thing?
It's so fast, right? Like, this thing is massive, and they go, it rises like a morning excitement, all right? There's a lot of, it very quickly goes up as everybody's standing around. And then they had Justin Bieber out there. He was introduced by, what's his name?
Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso and crew. It was all very strange. I mean, I don't understand why they did anything that they did. Honestly, it wasn't that great, if I'm totally honest with you.
The headline on New York Times says, first World Cup halftime show, lots of stars, little purpose.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on. So why is my question for the World Cup halftime show?
I think that's a lot of people's questions. The performers valiantly attempted to justify the existence of the show, which was impeccably choreographed and thematically jumbled.
It was. You had to, like I said, you had the Muppets out there. Why? Why are the Muppets doing Seven Nation Army? I mean, I'm not saying it's not cool. I'm just saying, why are the Muppets doing it? Shakira did like a World Cup song, so I know why she would probably be out there. I can make sense of that.
I mean, Seven Nation Army, I think, is an easy pick for stuff like this because it is such a common soccer chant. It's a common chant at these big games, no matter who the team. Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, I get that kind of, but why?
Why the Muppets?
Why is Tom Cruise out there? Why is Justin Bieber?
Digger.
Justin Bieber did like a Hallelujah song, and it's just him and an acoustic guitar. And I thought, brother, like, you got to come out with a banger. This is the World Cup. This isn't that like intimate concert you were doing that people were like semi-divided over. This is, you're performing at the World Cup. Just do Baby. Do the Slipknot version of Baby like any other great American hero would do. Get out there and do that. But it was kind of weird, honestly. And it wasn't that it was bad. It was just strange. Some of the people didn't like it. Wayne Rooney, here he is.
I'll be honest, man, was when it finished. Didn't enjoy it at all. I like a lot of the matches, but I thought it was crap. So miserable.
Hard to understand him, but he said, I like a lot of the performance, but I thought it was crap, said Wayne Rooney right afterwards. He's one of the announcers out there. And he's like, I thought it was crap.
I can see how people from other countries would poo-poo on the idea of a World Cup halftime show. Like, great, the World Cup is in America again. First time in, I don't know, what, 26, 24 years, something, whatever, 92, 94 was the last time we had it in America. And, of course, now that it's back in America, they got to USAify everything. We got commercial breaks. We've got halftime shows.
Halftime.
We've got, so I could see why they're breaking with tradition in their heads, and it's all our fault. So they're like, it's crap.
I'll give you my favorite 1-2 punch. The best performer as far as people's reaction that I saw was Shakira, who did one of the performances for this halftime thing that they were doing. Somebody saying Post Malone was good in the pregame thing, but Shakira got the most kudos, I thought. And you see her, she's doing her Shakira thing. You get it, right? Very Shakira. And then my favorite post afterwards was 1.8 million views. Barry says, my son got so upset at Shakira's outfit, he stormed into his room and locked the door. It's pretty good, actually.
Not bad.
My son got so upset at Shakira's outfit, he stormed into his room and locked the door. And it's like,
did you watch the halftime show? I mean,
I only saw clips.
You at least saw that clip right there. Is it just me, or does Shakira look different?
I think it was the tax trial. It really did a number on her. Something about the tax trial.
We were all talking about it. We were all talking about it in the pool, and like, what's different about her? And then people are like, did she have work done? And then somebody's Googling and says, Shakira said famously at one point that she's never had work done. And I was like, she's still saying it? Are we still sticking with that story?
It feels like she's had something done. Somebody says Justin's going to be one of these artists that plays new stuff and refuses to play the hits. Shaking my head. It was not that it was a hit or not a hit. It was just like a slow jam. And I think like you have to realize people want energy in those moments. That would be like doing the Super Bowl halftime show and doing slow jams. It doesn't work with the vibe. People are saying, let's go, let's party, let's do it. And I don't know if that one worked. But you
couldn't do Love Yourself.
No. Well, there's some language in it. You have to do the Love Yourself version, right? The other one is F Yourself.
No,
am I getting that right?
That's it's never been released that way.
It wasn't? Oh, I thought for sure that was the first version. Was like
I think it's just kind of one of those things where you hear the song on the radio. It probably sounds the same way on the album, but if you see him in concert, the last chorus he throws in a little F-bomb. And everybody goes nuts.
He said the thing. But he didn't. He just brought out some clunky acoustic guitar, and you see Justin Bieber, and he's like, oh, hallelujah, Jesus is great, and Jesus is real good, and he's number one. We all love Jesus, and I'm Justin Bieber right now. And there was no punch to it at all. That was actually lyric for lyric, just for the record. Exactly what happened. Now, there's more to get into. There was a drug moment that we'll talk about at some point in time. But we have to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about what you need to know about this tropical storm, Bertha. Stop saying clip that. You think he's not already moving around over there in the studio? The man knows what he's doing right now. When we come back, we'll get to what's happening with this tropical storm, Bertha, what you need to know no matter where you are, what you're going to be facing, what you're going to be seeing over the next 48 hours or so. Another storm that's out there and possibly on the way. And then we'll get into some updates with our friend Amy Caulfield, of course. That's coming up at the top of the hour. And it's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken.
Hello. Welcome, everybody. Hit like over on YouTube. Is it so much to ask for a little like-a-reno over on the YouTube? For a little subscribe out of you YouTubers who aren't subscribed? All of that. It was fun watching soccer fans run across the highway to prevent spending money for parking. I did see that. Yeah. Butter My Noodle says, do one more song for Skull Mike, Sean. Better than that? I'm pretty sure I just absolutely drilled that. The Coke falling out of the guy's nose was epic. We'll get into that because there's some theories. There's some theories about what happened to, what was it, Robbie Williams? Hailfire with a photo dispatch. This is all my magnets on my fridge. I won't put them on the car because they're awesome, and I don't want them to be taken. All right. Thank you. Look at that. Very cool. Very cool collection. I am waiting during the show for a fresh batch of magnets. Incredibly limited edition. The Spider Curse magnets are on the way. We'll explain during the show today and tell you how you can get one. Hey, Barbara. Katzmon says, well, my son just got stationed at NAS Pensacola. Is that good or bad? I think they have a magnet at Badass Sandwiches. Well, thanks if true. No thanks if not. We've got Tropical Storm Bertha off the coasts in the Gulf of America. Tropical Storm Bertha, they tell me, is in the Gulf of America, just about to be named, forming now, still currently a tropical depression. Tropical Depression 2 for now, but Tropical Storm Bertha very, very soon. And they don't know where this thing's going to go just yet. The tracks are varying widely from going up the East Coast, like ripping through the Panhandle and going up the East Coast, maybe even swerving across Florida, but that one doesn't seem very likely. Possibly going up to Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and hitting into those areas. We're not sure where Tropical Storm Bertha is going to go just yet, but we'll dive into all the details in about 30 seconds. Carlito with the photo dispatch, and it says, bring you guys to work with me every day. Thank you, Carlito. Not my golf? No, I think you lost that battle for now. Until you win the White House again. You know what I mean? Remember that old battle? What is this? I found like a chunk in the studio. What is this? Literally no idea what this is. It's just down here in the studio, some sort of chunk. Should I be worried about this? Doesn't smell like much. I'll put it over here. Plastic broken off a model? A model of what? You see anything that looks like it would be shedding off that piece in here? Smells like a rat turd, Sean? It doesn't smell. Heard the joke about that guy's son getting so upset about Shaqiri, he locked himself in his room, LMAO? Yeah. Everybody, welcome on board. Hit that like button over on the YouTube stream. We're coming back right now. Just for you, the show is coming back live right now. Stand by.
Fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
With OUC rebates, you can upgrade your home with energy or water-saving improvements and get money back. From AC systems to irrigation updates, long-term savings start here. Don't just go green, get green. Visit OUC.com/getgreen.
Need a new roof or windows? Visit HBNUSA.com.
Watching the world burn with some friends since 2007. This is
Top of the hour. I'm excited about that. Hopefully, Celie doesn't scare her off. He's mean to her sometimes.
That's
She
never
cries.
happened. Never,
Yeah,
no.
She cries after the show sometimes. She'll call me and she'll be like, Sean, he's mean to me. Why do you let him treat me that way?
Never happened.
I'll say, Amy, I'm so sorry. We can't let this happen anymore. We'll address this later with her. We'll see what's happening. Right now, let's take a look at what's going on with this tropical storm Bertha. What do we need to know? Right now, it's Tropical Depression 2 turning into Tropical Storm Bertha. Lots of different paths this thing could go. One is directly over your mother's house, depending on where she lives. Another is potentially over to our new friends in Louisiana. So you are on the radar here, literally. If you're in Texas, we got a lot of people who hang out with us in Texas. Alabama, Mississippi, you're all sort of in the cone of death of this Tropical Depression 2 that is soon to be Tropical Storm Bertha. So interest in Mississippi, Louisiana, and Texas should monitor the progress of this system, as additional storm watches could be required for portions of that area over the next day or two. Could be winds, flash flooding, all of that good stuff that occurs over the next 24 to 48 hours. And that's not the only storm out there. There's actually a couple more that we have to address at some point, and some that could lead to possibly an impact on Florida that they're just starting to watch now. But it's like it's hanging out right off the coast, right off the west coast of Florida, and it's trying to pull together. It's like trying to turn itself into
like a little bit of spinning.
It kind of looks like a really weak hurricane is hitting Tallahassee in Port St. Joe, right there on the nipple of Florida, as they call it. Lower than the Panhandle. And that area is getting some pretty bad weather as the storm just rotates over and over and over again. Eventually, we're going to see what happens. Is this thing going to get strong enough to become a tropical storm? It looks like it. Will it be a hurricane? Less likely, but we'll see what all the experts say about this as it develops over the next little bit here. And let's see, is this is the GRAF model? This is showing this come together and then head over, if this model is correct, for that outer edge of Louisiana and then sort of buzzsaw against Louisiana there in the Gulf of America.
Is this the first one, the Tropical Depression 2?
Yeah, this is the first one. Tropical Depression 2.
Bertha.
Yeah, that will be Bertha. And then there's another one in off the Pacific side of Mexico. Tropical Storm Fausto is out there. That's doing that's thing. And there's a couple other storms that are starting to form up because it's been quiet. Courtney's like, oh, it's been so quiet. We'd be cool to have a hurricane. Every time she says it, I slap her in the face. I just backhand her every single time that she does this.
Yeah.
I have to remind her, like, I said, why do you want a hurricane? I said, it does damage to the house when it goes over our house, for God's sake. And she's like, it's just been a long time. She goes, back to her old lady thing. She's like, Sean, we really need the rain. We really need the rain from this storm.
We've gotten plenty of rain.
She wants more.
We got so much rain last week.
No one follows the local lakes and their levels closer than she does, okay? All weekend long, she's like, I think we need it. I think we need a hurricane. So if we get one.
How old is Courtney mentally? Because I know she's much younger than you. I know she's much younger than you, but
she's 10 years younger than me.
But she has her priorities align with somebody much older than you. Like, she wants a speed bump in the neighborhood.
She got it.
She's
too.
worried about the lakes and what their levels are.
Mm-hmm.
That's worries for people in years beyond us.
Do you know what she does to me? Does this happen to you, C-Lane, real quickly before we take a quick break and get our friend Amy Caulfield on the line? We've gotten into some little skirmishes over this, and she thinks that I'm crazy. But I want to throw it out there to you folks, especially who have been in a relationship for a long time. When your partner calls you by your name, does it weird you out?
Yes, 100%. And it's happened a couple times recently, and I don't know why. Like, I don't know why.
Same.
I don't know if it's that Ashley has tried to say something to me, and I haven't responded. So instead, she calls me by name instead of babe. That's what kind of we're babe people.
Yeah. Courtney the other day, like a couple of times, she's like, oh, Sean, stop with it. And I'm like, what?
She goes, "What? That's your name?" And I said, "I don't know. For some reason, there's something about that gets me. I don't know if that gets you or not, but let us know."
It weirds
if
me
that's a
out.
thing.
I hear Chris. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Are you, who's that?
Like, is my dad here or something? What do you? Usually it's like babe or hun or whatever. But she has been saying my name. She's like, "Oh, Sean. Oh my goodness." And there's something about that. I don't know what it is. It's very, very strange to me. It shouldn't be, but it is. Let me know what you think. Send a dispatch over to thenewsjunkie.com. Quick break. We'll keep an eye on the tropical depression. We'll have some more updates on that with our friend Amy Kaufeld and see what she's got going on. We have a lot to run through, and we're going to kick off the second hour of the show with that. Our friend Amy Kaufeld is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome behind the scenes. Commercials be damned. Here we are. Anybody with me on that? If your partner calls you out by your name, you're like, "Oh, Sean. Come on, Sean." And I'm like, "Whoa. What do you call Courtney, Sean?" I almost never have to call her anything because we're just talking to each other. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be like, "Hey," or like, "Babe," or something like that. But I almost never have to refer to her by her name because she's... He calls her sugar tits? That's not true. That's not true. Don't do that. She's rooting for a hurricane. She wants it. You know what she said? Courtney said, "We need a hurricane because we haven't had one in a long time. Rather, we need a hurricane because we haven't had one in a long time, and you need it to thin out the trees and the brush because otherwise there's wildfire issues, and we're more flammable. We need a hurricane to knock down the weak limbs and the dead stuff and the underbrush," and she's not wrong about that. Amy Kaufeld, the feed is now on. Here she is, getting ready on the grid. Stepping up to the seat, the lovely and talented Amy Kaufeld. We'll be talking with her in just a moment. C-Lane's trying to connect. Hopefully we're good. We did see that Fox 35 had been connecting with the studio quite a bit over the last week, so maybe they worked on her microphone a little bit. I don't know. I do not know. She's getting wired up, though. However, she has not interacted with C-Lane yet. Fox 35 had a sad story this morning. Okay, I'll try to stay away from that. Hello? Stop saying my name. You did that on purpose. Why are you saying my name? Oh, hold on. I have to turn on the microphone so people can hear you. C-Lane hasn't talked to Amy yet, so I'm worried to the camera.
Tell her she looks beautiful.
Okay, I will.
She always says.
Hi. Oh, okay. That's it? What else are you doing? You doing anything fun today?
What?
You doing anything fun today?
I'm going to rearrange rocks.
You're going to rearrange rocks today?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I got interrupted.
Yeah, I told everybody you were rooting for hurricanes.
Well, you just explained why.
You want to see damage done.
No, we need our brush to be pruned.
You want little poor kids to be killed by the
A
hurricane.
hurricane's the least scary natural disaster.
Now you're just rooting for them.
Oh, it is. What's scarier?
Than a hurricane?
Or what's the least scary? Tornado's way more scary. We don't get a warning.
Yeah, tornadoes are a little more scary. Yeah.
Tsunami, way scary.
Tsunami is the most scary because you can't really do that much to get away from it.
Earthquake, uber scary.
Her and Courtney, I'm starting to worry she cannot hear him or she's not responding to him. All right, be safe.
All right, good.
I love you.
Love you too.
Bye. Oh boy. Oh boy. Are we back to square one? We have 1 minute. We have 1 minute. I don't know what's going to happen here. All right, folks, buckle up because we can't hear her. Maybe she hears us, but we're not getting a response. Oh, boy. Amy Caulfield, hello? Uh-oh. Say bye, folks.
And adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just one dose. And millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Maurice Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. FUN. F-U-N. That's fun. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Radio 104.1. Watching the world burn with some friends since 2007. This is
We got a bunch for you, including a little, not an announcement, I wouldn't say, but a little tidbit for you later on in the show that I want to talk about. It is Monday. It is time to talk to our good friend, the lovely, the talented, the always fantastic Amy Caulfield.
Yeah!
Amy Caulfield, there she is.
Hey, guys.
Look at her go.
Happy
Amy.
Monday.
Happy Monday. How are you? How was your weekend, Amy Caulfield?
I'm good. I actually spent, my afternoons watching soccer on a weekend, and I've, never spent a whole weekend watching soccer before.
Really? What'd you think of that, the halftime show that they did during the World Cup final?
I loved it. I actually thought it was really good. I wish that the NFL would take a little, page out of the playbook of how they did it, because I liked how they captured something for every audience. And I'll be honest with you guys, my favorite was the Muppets.
I knew it. I knew you were going to say this. For me, you didn't think it was scatterbrained? It was all over the place?
No, it was fun. It was super energetic, and I'm it was just exciting.
Yeah, exciting until it got to Justin Bieber and his acoustic guitar. It felt like you went to the party where your friend just got an acoustic guitar and learned how to play for 6 months and just wouldn't put it down. Here, listen, guys, I'm going to play this song. I've been that guy. That's how I know exactly what this is.
You played The Freshman by the Verve
What was
Pipe.
your favorite part? Did you have a favorite part?
I thought everybody did a good job-ish, but I just thought it was it was all over the place.
It was too haphazard for you.
Yeah, it wasn't maybe they were trying to win over everybody. I was very surprised that the Muppets were there. I have to tell you that. I was. I didn't know that was going to be a thing. But do we know why they were there?
There were lots of little kids watching. So for the little kids, they're they don't know who Madonna is. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah, Madonna's a million years old.
I forgot Madonna was there for a second there.
That's
and
true,
I saw the whole thing.
Yeah, she came out and she was doing music or something, one of her songs.
Yeah, music or something.
And then you had Shakira out there, her doing her thing. You had everybody perform.
The reggae star that was with her. It was one. Was one of the Marleys, but I can't remember which
Bob
one. I was
Marley.
trying to remember this morning. No, it wasn't Bob.
No, I have no idea.
Are you sure?
Who knows all the people that they brought out there? They really had
That's true.
They had a really, really big panel of celebrities to target every single person that could be watching, which is fine. It was fine.
Did you guys see that the announcer saw Matt Damon in the audience, but he thought he was Brad Pitt?
Oh no! Did they get the mixed up?
That's
oh God! Yeah, no, I didn't see that.
This says Shakira and Burna Boy.
Burna Boy.
Burna Boy, yeah.
Yeah, I think Burna Boy. I think Burna Boy has done something with Rihanna. If I'm correct on that, I don't know if that's right, but I feel like that might be right.
and I know him from that. But it was fun to watch. The whole World Cup thing is done. Now we got to find whatever the next thing is to keep us entertained here.
I guess back to baseball.
I guess so. I don't know. I think the only thing I saw about baseball this weekend, I don't know if this was new or not, but somebody had sent this over. There was a Cubs game, and C-Lane, I'll pull this up just real quick. I'll mute this because I don't know if they're going to curse at each other. In fact, they're probably going to. But there was some young guy at the Cubs game who wasn't standing up for the national anthem, and the old dude's like, stand up or I'm going to smack the hell out of you. And he smacked him, and the young guy got up for the national anthem. And I was like, oh, my God. You could go to jail for that, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Wow.
Yeah, he goes behind this young dude. He's like, get up, get your ass up for the national anthem. Stand up. And the young guy's like, what? And then he slaps him. He hit him at the Cubs game. And some of the other people were like, whoa, what the hell's going on here? So baseball will have to be our new source of drama. And this is the first thing that I have for us here at the very least. So we'll see where that goes. Anything else during your weekend that stood out to you, Amy Kaufeld?
I'm just so fascinated by that video that the kid did it, right? And
You did it.
It will be interesting to see what comes of that, because he didn't look like much of a kid. He looked like he was in his 20s, right?
Probably.
But I'm just wondering, do you talk publicly about it and maybe file charges and then make a bigger spectacle out of it and then bring attention on yourself? Because then people are going to be like, well, why weren't you standing? You know what I mean? I feel like it's a catch-22. I feel like if he were to do something that it could think back to.
I think he could if he wanted to. Have you ever slapped anybody?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I've smacked my kid on the butt.
No, I mean somebody in the face. Have you ever?
Oh, no. I mean, no.
I think you need to. I think everybody needs to at least once in their lifetime. Yeah. Because there is something to it.
I've never done it. I've had it done to me.
But not fun. In the back of the head. It was more of it was like something a grandpa would do to their grandkid. Like, come on.
No, I mean in a movie. Like you lean back and you whap, open hand slap. Like there's got to be. I'm sure that there's been some people who have come up to you in public and you're like, oh, I'd like to just swing one at one of these people right now. She's too nice for this, though. Unfortunately, folks.
Not yet, Sean. Yeah. But that day is probably coming.
Yeah, probably. I would think so. Well, should we be worried? What are your experts saying over there at Fox 35, Amy Kaufeld? What's going on with this tropical storm? Maybe Bertha.
About Bertha? Yeah. I think. Well, no, there's nothing for us to worry about here. And in fact, I feel bad for Texas because you guys know that Texas has been inundated with rain over the last several days. We've even sent. People from Central Florida are heading over there to try to help with swiftwater rescues.
Yeah.
A couple of people have sadly died. So this storm looks like right now it's heading for Louisiana, Texas, and we do think it will probably be upgraded and get a name at some point today, which would be Bertha. But no, as far as we're concerned here in Florida, we should be fine.
I know we're getting quite a ways into hurricane season here,
and we haven't even named a B storm yet, which is crazy. When was the last time we got to July 20th and we hadn't had two named storms?
And it's been over a month since Arthur, but they've been predicting that this isn't going to be much of a season. One, it's El Nino, and then two, on top of that, we keep having these Saharan dust that keeps flying over our way. So every time that happens, that also down taps, the chances that something will develop.
Isn't there just a way for us to tap into that? Can we make it so each year we do something so the Saharan dust flies over, and then the Saharan dust soaks up all the moisture, and then we don't get the hurricane, and then Florida never gets a hurricane again?
Right. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
There's got to be a way.
People up north, Sean, dealing with the Canadian smoke.
I know.
There was actually concern about yesterday's game because they played that game in New York, that the Canadian smoke might impact the game, and they were trying to figure out should they move it. Can you imagine if they'd had to move that game? That would have been insane.
Yeah, I guess that there were some storms that came up, and then it sort of absorbed a lot of that stuff that was going on, and it cleared it up, thankfully. But yeah, I had some friends in New Jersey and New York that I was talking to, and they said, you go outside right now, and it's pretty bad. And they thought that it might be that bad for Saturday or Sunday's game, especially Sunday's game, because that was obviously going to be bad.
The president was saying that Canada needs to own up to this smoke issue because this is starting to become a recurring thing in the summertime. But then I thought it was interesting. So at the game yesterday, you had all these dignitaries lined up. You know, they had President of FIFA, and then you had President Trump, and then you had the President of Mexico, and then you had the Prime Minister of Canada. And I'm like, I wonder, can you imagine if it had been like super smoky? President Trump would have been like, dude,
this is you.
Your fault.
Yeah, why are your trees burning? Why is this happening right now?
Just going to put some more tariffs.
If we could fix that too, we could fix the world here. We got the Saharan dust. We got to put out the fires. We one thing at a time. All right, what's grabbing your attention in the news world today, Amy?
You guys, we have this is probably the story that a lot of people are talking about, a heartbreaking story. This is a mother who was out along the St. Johns River in Volusia County over the weekend on Saturday. Her 4-year-old dropped a toy or something into the river and then ended up going over like a wooden barrier and fell into the water. And so the mother immediately gets into the water to save him. The St. Johns River is a significant body of water, right?
Yeah.
So then somebody called the attention of a nearby boater. The boater came over and threw some life preservers. The mother was meanwhile holding the 4-year-old over her head, and she was taking in water, but trying to keep the 4-year-old above the water.
Oh my God.
Until the rescue boat could come over. They did come over and managed to get both of them. However, the mom did not survive.
Oh
and
my
so she's
God.
a mother of 6. So we're doing a follow-up story on that today. They've started a GoFundMe so that the children can be taken care of. She thankfully does have an older daughter who is able to take care of the younger siblings.
6 kids, you said?
6 kids.
Jeez.
Yeah, the youngest was 4. It's just one of those stories that just is absolutely heartbreaking.
Yeah. I mean, a heroic moment on her part to jump in, obviously, after her kid. And then, unfortunately, she doesn't make it out. But, yeah, it's a tough one. A lot of people were saying that they saw that story this morning. You got to feel for the family, obviously. What else is on your radar today, Amy?
We've got another launch tomorrow because this storm is moving the other direction. That launch should go up okay. And then Starship will be trying again this week. And you guys, there's a lot of talk about Starship because Starship right now is launching from Boca Chica, Texas.
Ooh.
But this will eventually be coming to the Space Coast. In fact, they think maybe by the end of this year. So a lot of people who live in Brevard County have concerns, right? This is a massive rocket. It is the largest rocket ever made. And so, people I think just naturally, people are wanting to make sure that it's safe and that they feel safe living there, having a rocket of this magnitude, blasting off. It's not going to be blasting off like these Falcon 9s are all the time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
The Texans are worried about rockets going off? Like, we've been living with this for a while now.
Well, no. So in Boca Chica, where this rocket is currently taking off in Texas, it's in a very isolated place. But, over on the Space Coast, it's very populated. So when they eventually move the Starship from Texas to Florida, there are people on the Space Coast who are concerned about the massive size of this rocket because it's the biggest one, the biggest ever.
Yeah.
I mean, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think that by the time it gets here, hopefully they have checked off all the safety boxes. But shoot, you guys, we just saw that New Glenn rocket explode during a test fire. That was just a few weeks ago.
Really stupid question. How would they get it here? Would they have to just disassemble the whole thing?
No, so they have multiple. So they are basically the infrastructure is already here in Florida, and so basically they have the way they structure these rockets or build these rockets, they already have multiple parts and pieces. You guys remember this Starship has actually blown up multiple times over the Caribbean.
Back when it was Jefferson Starship,
and that's stealing. No.
Back when it was Jefferson Starship. That was a classic, by the way.
No, Amy, don't go along with him on these things, please. Yeah, just leave him hanging.
Why do people do this to me all the time?
Just leave him hanging.
You and my wife both actively campaign for people not to laugh at me.
He made a John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt joke last week, and it's still, I have not gotten past it. I have not. Yeah,
I made a really corny dad joke this morning. I said, "Let us talk about this lettuce." Oh my gosh, you guys! I don't know about you, but I am so scared to buy lettuce right now, and it's terrible. I have lettuce fear.
You have lettuce
I made a joke
fear.
this morning. I was like, "Let us talk more about it." It's bad. And there's so many funny memes going around. I got a couple.
You know what the brutal thing is? Here's the brutal thing. So the FDA comes out. All right, I'll get you some conspiracy fodder here for just a moment.
Okay.
The FDA comes out and they say we found the source of this cyclospora that's causing, excuse me, but explosive diarrhea in a big portion of Americans' lives, right? And the FDA goes, it's coming from Taco Bell, which poor Taco Bell has led to like 8 billion jokes for for the Taco Bell world to deal with.
No. There's about 3 jokes. They're just told 8 billion times.
You're right. Yeah, the same joke over and over and over and over and over for the Taco Bell folks, right? And the FDA is like, yep, Taco Bell and something called Taylor Farms is responsible for this. Unbelievable. You're making everybody sick. How could you do this? And then today I see Taylor Farms, the group that the FDA blamed for this whole outbreak of cyclospora. And the Taylor Farms people said, today the FDA apologized to us. Yesterday, FDA informed Taylor Fresh Foods that one of its iceberg lettuce products from central Mexico had a confirmed positive test for this cyclospora. Today, we were informed that the FDA made a mistake, that it was a false positive. To be clear, at this moment, the FDA has not identified a single positive product test result for cyclospora. Acting on initial information provided by health officials and an abundance of caution, we completed a voluntary recall of iceberg lettuce from central Mexico. And so they said the FDA goes, whoops, sorry, our test was wrong. We got that one wrong. We didn't actually test positive. Now, think about this for a second. This Taylor Fresh Foods was accused of serving up lettuce that had cyclospora in it, was giving people explosive diarrhea. Taco Bell was accused of serving up this stuff. They started to interview the people, and most of them were like, no, we never ate at Taco Bell. And they said, no, we're pretty sure it's, no, we didn't. We never ate at Taco Bell. The people were saying we didn't eat there. So we don't know if it was Taco Bell. We don't know if it was Taylor Farms. And then the conspiracy twist on this apparently is the CEO of Taylor Farms was a big donor at one point in time, donating over $1 million to the Trump administration. And now it's like, did the money that was paid over get paid back in the form of, oh, no, it definitely didn't come from them? I don't know what to believe anymore.
No, it's a mess. And you guys, and I think that this is a problem. Like, it's good and bad, right? It's like, okay, we finally know what's going on. Okay, great. So if it wasn't Taylor Farms, it wasn't coming from Taco Bell, where was it coming from?
Yeah.
And if we still don't know, that is why people are like, and it's made me not just paranoid about buying lettuce of any kind. Now it's made me paranoid about like everything in my fridge that's like produce. I'm just, like, washing my blueberries to the point that there's like no skin left on them. You know?
Right.
Like, okay.
Same. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm nervous.
And it's weird that you go, okay, so people all over the place are getting sick. It's not good. It like really, really affects you and feels bad. This is not like, there's some virus spreading. This is like, hey, you're going to have cramps and you're not going to be able to move for a couple of days. Some people go to the hospital because they feel so bad. But we have no idea at this point in time where it's coming from, what farm led to this, people getting this round of cyclospora. We don't know. We don't know at all.
And then last week, we're talking about it so much that I just get a little bit of rumble in the tummy, and now I'm just worried. Now I'm paranoid.
I know.
Paranoid that my body is going to manifest. The body will manifest. It's a very powerful thing, the brain, and they'll just create the symptoms out of thin air.
Yeah.
And now I'm screwed.
Same. I've been playing a little game called Whiskey or Produce, Sealand, where I'm not sure what has gotten
Whiskey
me to.
wins every time.
Do you guys remember the scene from Stand By Me, the pie eating contest? Remember?
Yeah.
Remember that scene where the one guy starts getting sick from the pie and then
Yeah, right.
Just because they're not. And some people are like that. They just have to watch someone else get sick and they get sick.
My theory on this, Amy, I don't know if you buy into this or not. This is not like the conspiracy theory about political donations, FDA, or that. My theory is I think you can take the amount of people that they believe have gotten this cyclospora and you could put at least 10 on the end, because I think some people, even if they have it, are too embarrassed. Like, you wouldn't want to tell your friend, oh, man, I've been dealing with cyclospora all week. That's kind of embarrassing, right?
Wouldn't be me, guys. You would know.
You're absolutely right.
I would tell you.
Or you just attribute it to something else, Sean. Like, you're just like, oh, it's from the, that burger I had, whatever. Like, you're so right. I think the numbers are exponentially higher.
Yeah, I think people are a little embarrassed, but there you go. Anything else on your radar today, Amy?
That's it, you guys.
Okay, all right.
That's it.
We get to see you in less than a month.
We do?
I know. I'm excited.
Yeah, yes. Amy is playing in the poker tournament this year.
Put me at a table where I have a chance of winning, please.
Yeah, my table would be a good spot for you then. Yeah, I'm an easy win. You knock me right out. I'm terrible at this stuff every single year. I think you outlasted me last year.
That makes two of
Yeah,
us. I
and-
sat with C-Lane last time.
You know what happened at my table? I come into the poker tournament, celebrity poker tournament. I sit down, and a couple people are like, "Oh my God, in the news junkie!" Wow. I'm like, yeah, and here I am. And I go, "It's good to be at your guys' table." And then the one guy right next to me goes, "Oh, that would have been awesome to be at Amy Kauffeld's table." And I'm like, "Whoa, what is this? We were right next to me. What is it?" He's like, "Oh, it's so awesome to even just be anywhere near Amy Kauffeld's table." Jesus, buddy.
That's what the people at my table were saying about you guys.
No,
I was at your table.
You were, C-Lane. You were. You definitely beat me out. I was bad.
Well, be careful. Avoid all that produce and the lettuce and all of that good stuff. And if somebody encounters you and that person that encounters you gets a little rude this week, just one slap, just one big slap like that, you'll feel good. I think it'll help out. All right, there she is, Amy Kauffeld from Fox 35. Yes. She is unbelievable. She's the best, and you need to follow her on every social platform you could possibly dream up. Search for Amy Kauffeld. Search for Fox 35. Make sure you're watching every single morning on Good Day Orlando if you're here locally in our home market. And everybody else, go check out what's going on her social media profiles. Amy, we'll see you next week.
Thanks, you guys.
There
Love
she
you.
goes.
Love you.
Lovely Amy Kauffeld. And she and me and C-Lane are all wishing that nobody gets sick with that cyclospora this week. It does not seem fun. Quick break. When we come back, there's been a massive argument playing out online that I want to tap into. We got to pick a side on the way at some point in time. More about Bertha and a whole lot more. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Most of the major roadways won't be giving you trouble, although on I-4, there's still some slowdowns eastbound before that World Drive exit. There's a crash westbound near Apopka Vineland Road. That's off to the shoulder. Slowdowns through that Lake Buena Vista area. Eastbound near Maitland, there's a crash off to the shoulder.
Hello. Amy Kauffeld. How great is Amy Kauffeld? I hope I'm at her table. The hell is universe.com? Is that where we're selling our tickets nowadays? Universe.com. All right, let's see. What do we got here for you? Okay. One thing I saw that was interesting to me. How many of you, like me, show your hands with a Y in chat? Have you ever had Fairlife milk? Fairlife milk. I've talked about it. Fairlife is amazing. It's ultra pasteurized, I believe. So you get the Fairlife milk and it's like silky smooth. You can't cook with it for shit, but it's silky smooth. And when it's cold, oh, it's so good. And it lasts forever in your refrigerator. Oh, Meep says it's expensive. It might be. Is this sponsored content? No, you'll find out in a moment what's going on here. But Fairlife, the milk company, which was purchased by Coca-Cola in 2020, has completely and totally shut down. All right? No Fairlife for you. Real soon, if you're over at the grocery store and you're trying to scoop up your Fairlife, you ain't going to find it. Here's why. In a disclosure filed with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission this week, the multinational giant said its Fairlife Dairy Company has been hit by a ransomware attack. affecting its production systems and temporarily suspending Fairlife's operations across the United States. The beverage company confirmed that the attack hit the Fairlife Dairy subsidiary, forcing the beverage giant to shut down U.S. production operations for the foreseeable future. All right? And getting back online isn't as simple as flipping a switch. There's complexity to the whole situation that they're dealing with. Basically, a hacker has come in. It's a hacker who is trying to do one of these, what's it called? Ransomware attacks. Successfully doing one of these ransomware attacks. And the hacker has gained control over the Fairlife production facilities, and the entire thing is shut down. One rogue hacker probably has shut down Fairlife milk completely. Production stopped, not moving at all. Who wants to hack the premium milk industry? The person who thinks that's a really easy target and they make a whole lot of money. So some ransomware attackers like, you want to get back to making your milk? You better give me some money. A lot of jobs gone too? Yeah, could be. Yuckers, come on. Come on. Come on. Sounds like a nut job. Big almond on the offensive. Yeah, some hacker was like, look, Fairlife Milk has a ton of money. Let's infect their system with ransomware. Let's tell them they have to pay us some unbelievable amount of money. And then now they can't use any of their equipment. The cows are filling up with milk. The cow teats have never been bigger. The cow teats have never been bigger than they are right now. It's unbelievable. They need to manually suck on the teats. So we need some teat volunteers. Can we get some teat volunteers? Anybody? To suck it directly from the source? I'm going to need you to help.
Is it the emotion, the spectacle, the escapism? On Raiders of the Lost podcast, we explore cinema like no one else, including huge interviews with stars like Ryan Gosling on Project Hail Mary.
It was like the Jaws shark. Didn't always work, came with its own problems. That's what made it great. The heart of the movie is Rocky and Grace, and their friendship is hard-earned.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Raiders of the Lost podcast, and listen now.
For all your plumbing needs, go to modernpi.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. FUN. F-U-N. That's fun. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
The most viral newsroom on the planet is still humming along. This
On a Monday. Dylan, how do I change my feet? Oh, is it here? Right there. There we go. Okay.
I'll do it.
No. All right, yeah. I want to see you on my feet. I want to see you, C-Lane. I can't see your beautiful face.
I'm hiding.
Oh, there you are. Okay,
I wasn't
gotcha.
hiding on purpose.
Is it the cyclospora? Is that where you're hiding? Is your
Yeah,
belly rumbling a little bit? That does happen. I'll get into that in just a moment, but I had a couple of things I wanted to run by you after Spain won the World Cup. Spain wins, beats Argentina. The World Cup, huge success. They compared it to like 23 Super Bowls. A lot of bars and restaurants.
Super Bowls.
Made money. People were excited. It made people realize America isn't this crap fest that their media tells them it is, and that we're just a country full of people doing some pretty cool stuff over here.
Forgive us for shoehorning a Super Bowl halftime show into their World Cup.
They maybe, I don't know if they liked it or not. I don't know if that went over well, but we'll find out. They did make a ton of money. FIFA is announcing that they made $15 billion with a B, a capital B. $15 billion in revenues from this summer's World Cup, significantly exceeding the targets set before the tournament. The FIFA member associations were informed of the boost in income by Gianni Infantino on Saturday.
They projected $11
wasted
billion.
Wasted no time in celebrating that paycheck.
Yeah, but they're all making money. You know what? Like, I even heard the women's World Cup soccer team makes money off of the men's World Cup soccer team winning their piece of the prize pool, which is crazy. But that's whatever arrangement they have going on. There's a lot of money to go around. $15 billion. They expected about 11 billion or so, but they're just printing money over there. And the craziest thing that I heard was Kalshi. This is one of the prediction markets things. I'm always talking about people who are cheating on these prediction markets, and Kalshi is one of the big ones out there. They said $1.2 billion was bet on the World Cup final. $1.2 billion. That's unbelievable. This is not even like a real betting house. It's like a predictions market in this weird loophole territory. And $1 billion was bet on the outcome of the World Cup game. They brought in over 3 million new users over the course of the World Cup tournament.
And they're investigating some of the bets that were put on the halftime show. They said Fozzie Bear just cashed in just millions betting on some of the things that would happen. Did you notice the children's choir in the halftime show?
No, I don't think I saw that. Where were they?
I saw them. I was looking and I was like, I saw their jerseys. I looked close at it and I was like, oh, that's that elementary school, PS22 in Staten Island, that has been like their chorus has routinely been viral over the last, I don't know, decade or more.
There's little kids and they sing?
Yeah, and they're obviously, because it's an elementary school choir, the kids have, rotated out of, grown out of being in it, but that particular choir, for whatever reason, has held on to this small amount of fame in the music world. You will recognize them from being the kids singing in the background of Little Secrets by Passion Pit.
Oh, no way. That's who did that?
But yeah, I mean, it's like, it's that. They've been, we
got to get them to sing in the background of something for us.
Yeah.
We need to make
Stevie Nicks had them sing with her at Madison Square Garden. They've done stories about them on Nightline. I mean, they have a Wikipedia page that is long. It's very long.
Them. Are they making any money off of this, or is this just some adult that's pulling in all the funds?
It probably goes to the school. It probably, I'm sure the school in Staten Island, it probably goes to, funding their trips to other places for other years. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see. I also got somebody had sent me in, a couple of people actually sent in the email of Robbie Williams, who was on during some of the World Cup stuff.
He was in the opening ceremonies. He did one of the first songs, and he looked different. Like, I didn't know who was on the screen until the Chiron came on and said Robbie Williams, and I was like, what?
You're right. Yeah, he does. And then people said that cocaine fell out of his nose and then landed on the mic, and he picked it up.
Okay, there's no way you could know that.
I think if you watch closely, you could see it spit out of his mouth, but it did look like just a drop of cocaine fell out of his nose and ended up on the microphone. I'm trying to see, is it there? No, it's not there yet.
Oh, that looked like it came from his mouth.
Yeah, I think it came from his mouth, but everybody thought it just dropped out of his nose hole and then popped onto the microphone, and he's like, oh, and he throws it away really quickly. And people noticed that on live TV as well. Then there was talk of whether or not Trump was booed when he came out, because Trump was at the World Cup final too. Let's see. We'll listen to that and see if this was some heavy booing or not. All right.
President of the United States on the field.
Hard to tell.
Alongside Gianni Infantino of FIFA.
It sounds very split.
Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely booze in there.
It's noise. So, I mean, I'm sure there's like a little bit of each. Maybe this other clip is a little easier to hear. I'm not sure. Here's another one. This is the anthem, right?
Oh, that barrier they put in front of the president, too, was very, very hard for television.
Bulletproof glass they put up in front of him?
I'm sure that's what it was, but it did not gel well with the cameras at all.
This stuff is so thick you can barely see the Trump family through it, and some of the other folks who are watching this VIP section of the World Cup. And they got that stuff because everybody's been popping off shots at him, but It does. It kind of messes up the visual a little bit. I guess you have to sacrifice. That's how it goes. 80,000 fans out there for the World Cup. It made a lot of money. Spain wasn't the only winner. There was a lot of people making money off that.
I think FIFA was just the biggest winner.
They seem to do quite well. And what's his name? Who's the biggest soccer player, dude? I'm so bad at this. I apologize. Messi. I saw. I was watching the commercials right after the game, and I kid you not, this really happened. There was a commercial that popped up, and I think it was Lowe's. And it was like, oh, my God, you're Messi. And he's like, oh, yes, I am Messi. I am the soccer player. Everybody loves me, World Cup. And he's walking through the aisles of a Lowe's, and he's hanging out there. And oh, my God, oh, my God. And then the commercial ends, and they go to Lowe's for great deals to fix your house. Next commercial pops off, and it's Michelob Light. And he's like, hi, I'm Messi here from Michelob Light. And he's taking a sip of the beer. Messi is very good at soccer. I'm drinking the Michelob Light. And the next commercial came on. 3 commercials in a row. All right, here at the radio station, they won't let us put commercials together generally that are voiced by the same talent.
Well, we try not to.
Messi had 3 commercials in a row that he had. Was it not Messi? Was it the other guy? I don't know. Somebody's saying he refuses to do. He refuses to speak English in commercials. He might not have spoke. I don't know. I just saw him 3 times in a row up on the commercial. And I go, this guy is raking in the money. Everybody was, apparently, at the World Cup, except for me and Sealand. We didn't get anything. We didn't get paid out.
Unfortunately.
It's brutal. It's absolutely brutal. I want to do this story out of Chicago about the guy, the only man brave enough to admit that he had cyclospora. And this guy went on television in Chicago and explained all that was going on here. We'll do it in a little bit because it's a really interesting story. And boy, did he have a time. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will obviously get to the hot sheet. We'll get to your feedback. Lots of dispatches coming in. I told people to do Rate My Blank. We're going to keep this going for the whole week. I want to see your magnet collection, your magnets from the News Junkie. I want to see you with a News Junkie magnet in the most amazing place. And whatever one we think is the best out of all the photos that come in this week, we will make that person a winner of Rate My Blank, all right? So we have that and so much more. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show. It's like Christmas, but without the presents.
Hey, we have...
Well, hello. Welcome behind the scenes, everybody. Somebody in New York tried to attack the immigration offices. Some anti-ICE nut job tried to light the bushes on fire. Unfortunately, they did not light themselves on fire in front of the federal building in New York City. They had a big explosion, like a Molotov cocktail went off. I guess they have the guy in custody. Was it worth it? Was it worth it, sir? Couple of minutes and we're back live. Only 6 pro athletes are billionaires? Is that true? Is that true? Only 6 pro athletes are billionaires? Tiger Woods, LeBron James, Messi, Hiroshito Bobito, whatever the Japanese baseball player guy. Hiroshito Bobito. What's his name? That's all I got. TNJAI answers the question. Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, LeBron James, Tiger Woods, Roger Federer, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Lionel Messi. All billionaires. Michael Jordan made all that sweet, sweet money off them shoes, man. Ain't that something? That's crazy. That's a lot of money. Half the people we had over to watch the match didn't understand why people rooted against Argentina. They all left hating Argentina. Why do you guys hate Argentina? What's the Argentinian hate for? Do you not like the Argentina fans? Do you not like the country of Argentina? Do you not like Milei, the leader of Argentina? What do you not like? What's your problem? What's your problem with Argentina? I hate rat-faced Messi. Germans? How many Germans are in Argentina? I know everybody goes with this Nazi German thing. How many actual Germans are in Argentina? How many? Oh, no, I could do it this way. Hold on. I could talk to my guy. How many Germans are in Argentina? Hello? He said, you cut yourself off at, oh, no. How many Germans are in Argentina?
After World War II, Argentina did take in a number of Nazi fugitives and Axis sympathizers. People like Adolf Eichmann and Joseph Mengele had there for years. And while it's true that the government under Perón was permissive, the idea that there's a huge hit Nazi colony running things today, not supported by evidence. There are German Argentine communities, but they're just normal communities.
What percentage of the Argentinian population is German?
One moment.
You don't know this offhand?
At a rough sense, but I just don't want to be incorrect. I do. Roughly 7 to 8% of Argentina's population claims some degree of German ancestry. That's about 3 to 3.5 million people, depending on how it's counted. If you only count descendants directly from Germany, the share is closer to 1.5 to 2%.
Okay, 1.5 to 2% are straight up German. And the whole population. Argentina is the favorite of FIFA. They always win fouls. The game is always in their favor, and the players are a-holes. They fought Spain players at the end. I did see that. That was tacky. That was tacky and unsportsmanlike. After the game, they did fight some of the players from Spain. Not a good look. Did not like that. 10 years ago, there were only 100,000 Jews who survived the Holocaust. Today's 190,000. Oh, God. We have Holocaust truthers in chat. Is that what's going on? Have we entered the Holocaust truther arc of chat? Is that what we're doing right now? Please no. All right, we're going to come back in just a moment. Stand by. We have so many things to get into. I also want to get to this woman who is trying to stay in a 55 and over community, and they're trying to kick her out. And the most unbelievable story from my neighborhood. Do not miss it in a pick-a-side.
Capital One offers no fees or minimums on checking accounts, and most Capital One cafes are open 7 days a week to assist with your banking needs. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.
All the big moments of the 2026 FIFA World Cup were heard live on the free iHeartRadio app.
There's the final whistle.
Sports never stop.
The return of the NFL, baseball's second half.
And breaking news always.
Download the free iHeartRadio app now.
This portion of the News Junkie is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Radio. The most viral newsroom on the planet is still humming along. This is the...
We are a new week, a new you. Let's have some fun together exploring all things viral in the world's most viral newsroom. Learn more about the show over on thenewsjunkie.com. At the top of the hour, I've got a pick-a-side from my own neighborhood, okay? And I cannot wait to share this story with you guys. This is maybe one of the most explosive things I've seen in a while. And I've been trying to get all the different people involved in this, possibly even on the show. I don't know how this is going to go, but we'll see how it works out. We'll get into that in just a bit. Right now, let's do the hot sheet.
Check the hot sheet. It's news. But but not like real important news.
Best investigative reporting on the planet.
The top stories from the people on your screens and speakers are on the Hot Sheet with C-Lane.
That's right. The top 5 stories in the nonsense news brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. And, we saw during the FIFA World Cup, there was a question on a lot of people's minds that was kind of awkward and kind of weird, and that was, why is Tom Cruise there?
Yeah.
Why is Tom Cruise?
Does he have a movie coming out?
He does. He has, and I've seen the trailer for it. It looks like it actually could be pretty interesting, and I think it's more of like a comedy action than your normal Tom Cruise action drama. But he's been plugging his movie Digger, so he was all over the FIFA World Cup coverage. But like whenever Tom Cruise shows up like that, they gave him a mic and he made a little speech. I didn't listen to it, but I saw it. I saw it going down, and I thought, this reminds me of going back to the movie theater to watch the Top Gun Maverick. And then they had this weird address from Tom Cruise at the beginning of the movie. Before they start the movie, it was just him sitting in a chair going, "Hey, it's me, Tom Cruise. Thank you for coming back to the movies." And you're just like, okay, like we need, cinema goers like you are what fuel this industry and blah, 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 blah.
It's like a lot of times Tom Cruise does these things and you go, I don't know why I hate this, but I, for some reason, hate this. Like, there's nothing wrong with him doing that little message, but there's also something slightly annoying about it for some reason. And then you're worried he's talking to Elmo and you're worried that he's going to win him over to the world of Scientology or something. And it's like, never know what's going to happen.
Well, in other news of somewhat awkward but interesting shoehorned movie advertising, Limp Bizkit were joined on stage by various members of the cast of Super Troopers over the weekend.
All right.
The new metal icon set was invaded by members of the Broken Lizard comedy troupe, all appearing in character for a set closing performance of Break Stuff. Both the band and the cast played up the pairings. The Super Troopers barged on stage to initially enforce a noise complaint against Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
So the guys just showed up in their cop gear and they were like, hey, it's getting too loud here, meow. And then was just doing Super Trooper stuff. And it was because on August 7th, they're opening the 3rd film in the Super Troopers franchise. And Biscuit's participation, I love that they keep calling him Biscuit. Like, when you refer to somebody by their last name, they're like, Biscuit's participation in the aforementioned festival has a story of its own. And then they go into the feud that they had with Creed and all that. But yeah, if you were watching Limp Bizkit at a festival over the weekend, you may have been treated to a viral / not so viral shoehorned. I mean, yeah, it is kind of fun if you're a fan of Super Troopers, which I had a lot of friends in school that loved those movies.
Oh, yeah.
I thought they were good. Jim Parsons of Big Bang Theory fame said he would never do that again.
You mean make $100 million or
Yes.
whatever those people made on that show?
Yeah, it does sound weird, but Jim Parsons recently told All Out with John Dean that he was miserable during the height of his long-running TBS sitcom. So was my roommate because he hated that guy's voice. If we were watching something and Big Bang came on afterward, he's like, turn it off. I can't stand this guy.
He's right. He does have an annoying voice. There is something about that. But those people they may have made more money than the Friends people. I don't know if that's possible, but they tried.
He said, I wouldn't do that again and for any amount of money. I look back now and realize there were many ways at some of the best moments of my life. I was miserable. I was not happy. I was stressed. I felt there were so many plates I was supposed to be keeping in the air, and the success and the good things of life were happening only due to this overworking, discipline, whatever. Maybe to a degree that was true. I don't know. I can't say because that's how I was. He says he would never return and do the Big Bang Theory over again, even for lots of money, which I'm pretty sure he got anyway, right? I mean, he got those guys cleaned up in the Big Bang Theory.
I never watched that show even one time, but it was so crazy to me how much of a runaway hit that was. Like, there was a lot of people watching, so they all printed money, but I mean, it kind of missed me with afterwards being like, I would have never done it if I had given the opportunity. Come on.
I think I've only watched it by accident, and I definitely don't have any interest in young Sheldon. Disney is not learning their lesson, it seems. It seems like they're like, no, everything's going great. We'll just keep doing this. This being, what do you think, Sean?
Everything's going great. We'll keep doing this.
We'll keep doing this thing that we've been doing.
Live action remakes?
Bingo. Bingo, because
Snow White and Moana were such big hits that we've got to do more.
Emmy winner and Oscar nominee Coleman Domingo and director Robert O'Hara are in talks to write a live action film about Princess Tiana from Disney's The Princess and the Frog. Now, I think they did say for this one, it's not going to be Princess and the Frog specifically, like exactly, but they're still going with the live action thing again. On the heels of Moana just kind of flopping at the box office.
You know why? That's always funny to me because this is dumb Disney stuff. But the Princess Tiana thing is kind of funny because if you watch that movie, Princess Tiana is only in the movie for like a couple of minutes. She's a frog the whole time.
So this is basically a spinoff, right?
Yeah, like she's an animal. Like they're not focusing on that character. So this probably is an attempt to like build that character out more.
Well, the project, which is in the very early stages at the studio, is an original idea inspired by 2009's animated classic. The musical fairy tale set in 1920s New Orleans centers on Tiana, the waitress with dreams to become a restaurant owner who is set on a journey to turn a frog back into a human, only to face the same problem after she kisses him. And, they're going to do another live action thing and probably keep throwing that out there. Maybe Encanto's next. We'll see. There was a lot of talk. Did you remember watching the old first live action, speaking of live action movies, the Scooby-Doo movie?
Yeah, that was with Matthew Lillard or no?
Matthew Lillard played Shaggy. They famously said to try and do the Shaggy voice, he would just scream before takes to get that kind of weird thing. And he just gave himself laryngitis, like trying to make this movie. But Matthew Lillard, this was such a time capsule. Freddie Prinze Jr., Sarah Michelle Gellar, and Linda Cardellini back in the live action Scooby-Doo movie. And I guess there was a lot of stuff that they cut out of that movie. Like now we're getting more
sex scenes,
making out. There was
really?
They confirmed during a recent visit on Watch What Happens Live that 2002's live-action Scooby-Doo movie shot and cut a steamy kiss between Daphne, played by Sarah Michelle Gellar, and Linda Cardellini's Velma. Now, there's been talks about Velma being gay for a long time, and I think in the new series, Velma is gay. But there was a lot more stuff that got cut out of this movie, and I think the funniest thing I read, Sarah Michelle Gellar said there was a great line, too, that I'll never forget. Daphne and Fred were having a fight, and I yell at him, "That ascot makes you look gay." And then I slammed the door at him, and they cut that too. She said
they should have kept that in there.
She said, "I think that was the reason I signed on to the movie, and it's something everyone's thought for a long time. There's always been an implication about Fred being a little interested in both parties, but back in 2002, they were cutting a lot of stuff like that." And finally, this is one of my favorite stories.
Be real. Fred is interested in traps, really. But real quick, TNJ chat, eFresh Rock says a live-action Toy Story is in the works for sure. Could you imagine
that? That's ridiculous.
You imagine
a live-action Toy Story would only be good if it were a horror film. If it were reimagined as some sort of actual scary, thrilling horror film. The only way I could see that going down.
Yeah.
But my favorite story from over the weekend, because everybody's talking about the Christopher Nolan. They're talking about the Odyssey making $250 million in the first weekend globally. And Christopher Nolan told this story about, I guess he was writing the Odyssey, and he did this weird thing where he doesn't want to be distracted or intimidated by his own Oscars. So he puts them away.
Okay.
Be like, I'm just working on my masterpiece. Let me put all my awards away so I'm not...
What a problem to have.
So I'm not pressured, right? And so he's talking about this, and he said, well, my son walked into the office, and he's got a couple sons. I didn't say which one, so I don't know how old this kid is, but young adult age here. We're talking 18 to 20s, right?
Yeah.
My son walked into my office while I was writing on the Odyssey and said, "Where are your Oscars?" Explaining his son had been away during the Academy Award wins for Oppenheimer, so he wanted to see them. And he said, I told my son I kept the awards out of my view to minimize the pressure while writing, the Odyssey and adapting this epic poem for the big screen. I said, I'm trying to write a new project, and if I've got Oscars sitting there on the shelf, think about how daunting that'd be. And the kid immediately piped back, but you didn't win for writing.
True.
Didn't
he's
win any
right.
Oscars for writing.
Yeah.
So
Put him in his place.
Hilarious. And I mean, quick comeback from the kid. But Christopher Nolan having a big weekend with the Odyssey at the box office. Hey, if you have a mortgage rate with a 7 or 8 in front of it, it's time to start checking into a refinance immediately or you're paying too much. And that mortgage guy, Don, is back this week, not only to save you money, but to whoop our asses in Fritz on the Street once more when we find out how his trip went. The guy was in Alaska. He went on his first cruise. We'll hear from him later this week, but if you need to save some money on that mortgage, you should hear from him today, and you could reach out to him at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Thank you, C-Line. When we come back, I have a pick aside from my very own neighborhood. And this is insane. Okay. Good time for you if you got some time to pop on over to youtube.com/thenewsjunkie. The show continues during the commercial breaks over there. You can listen behind the scenes with Skull Mike, and there's extra stories, and it's just rolling on all the time. But you can watch what I'm about to tell you. And this is a story from my own neighborhood, a pick aside, and it's insane. Okay. Stand by. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Keep an eye out for road rangers clearing up some debris on I-4 eastbound near Lake Mary Boulevard. There's ongoing construction on the ramp from I-4 to World Drive, so traffic's starting to back up there. Slowdowns between Osceola Parkway and Apopka.
Hello. Welcome behind the scenes. Y'all, buckle up. This pick aside from my neighborhood, it's blowing wide open. The moment I saw this juicy, dripping drama going on, I said, I have to get my hands in that. I messaged the woman who shared her story, and I said, you got to join us on the show. She was sort of hesitant, but interested. I don't know if we'll be able to bring her on this week. Maybe. But wow. Wow. Wait till you see this. You going to make us choose between you and homeless people, Sean? Yes. Me or hobos? You can only pick one, chat. Do you choose me or hobos? That's not it, though. Ryan, I hope you feel better, buddy. Sun State John, I saw your comments about the magnets. I usually ship the magnets and the stuff out every 30 to 60 days because I try to keep up with them as best I can. I got a new system in place where I'll probably be able to do it every 2 weeks, but they are all going out. Every single one, including all of yours, Sun State John, are going out between now and Wednesday. There's a reason why I'm holding back, and you'll see either later today or tomorrow on the stream. All right? Later today or tomorrow on the stream, you'll see what's going on with that. But those will all be everybody who's got magnets they've claimed, stickers they've claimed, like the Fickle Gifter sticker, all of the different merch that you claim when subscribing or gifting subscriptions at thenewsjunkie.com, all paid out by Wednesday. What kind of hobo? You guys are choosing the hobos? Unbelievable. Hurtful. All right, 2 minutes and we're back with this juicy pick aside. Oh man, it's good. I used to watch Hobo on cable as a kid. No, that's not it. That's HBO. The hobo or me thing would be easy. Do you want me to stay one day at your house, or do you want a random hobo from the neighborhood to stay one day at your house? You're going to choose me, right? Come on. You're lying. I know you'd choose me. They have it rough out there? Yeah, but you don't want them inside your house either. Trust me. Sean all day. Thank you, weed consumer. God, thank God. At least weed consumer will stick up for me. All right, chat. Quick question before we go into this very dramatic, juicy, gossipy pick-a-side. First question I have for you. Do you hate any of your neighbors? Yes or no? Do you hate any of your neighbors? Do you hate any of your neighbors? I choose Sean, although every other day he's on my poop list. Why? Hate is a strong word. I'm still going to use it. I'm going to say, do you hate? Do you dislike, hate, whatever? Yes? Mama Greaser says. Mama Greaser, does that neighbor know you hate them or no? That's another question. Because this story, oh God, is it juicy. All my neighbors are great or keep to themselves. Same. I have the same situation. But not everybody else. Sea Witch hates one of her neighbors. Alien hates one of his neighbors. Strong dislike, says Steph. You guys have never seen anything quite like what I'm about to share with you. All right? We're coming back live on the show. We got to get the lady on from this story because we have to get the backstory. I'll try to message her during the show. All right, here we go. Coming back.
Wilton Simpson is a conservative workhorse who gets the job done. A proven conservative farmer endorsed by Ron DeSantis. Wilton Simpson for Commissioner of Agriculture. Paid for by Wilton Simpson, Republican, for Florida Commissioner of Agriculture.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bonus. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
When good things go bad, bad things make headlines. This is the news.
Drama. Stand by. Good to see you. Good to be with you here. Love ya on a Monday. Forget the same three songs over and over. Hang out with us here in the world's most viral newsroom. I've got some very juicy drama from my own neighborhood to spill with you folks in a second. But I do want to remind you, quick reminder, keep your ears peeled for those keywords. You hear those keywords during the show. Even if you're watching over on YouTube, you hear the keyword, you can participate and win $1,000. It's really easy. And the more time that goes by, the less people think they're going to win. So the less people enter. And it's like a really good shot for you to make some money. Just listen for the keywords and participate. All right, here we go. Sealand, brace yourself for this. I don't think I sent this to you this weekend, did I?
No.
God. Okay. All right, we have a pick a side. I need you to send that to me at some point in time. I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah, I forget. But you want me to play the thing? And I won't.
Let's do pick a side.
Right.
We're going on a ride. Yeah, it's time to pick a side. Yeah, don't try to run and hide. Yeah, it's time to pick a side.
This is unbelievable. I saw this in my very own neighborhood. We have to walk through this together. All right, there's a woman who has a neighbor who is full on going to war with her in my neighborhood. And I'll give you an example. Here's one of the signs outside of the neighbor's house.
I can show this?
Yeah. Okay. It says, warning, I shoot first, ask questions later. That's a sign you could just buy from the store, right? But on the bottom of it, it says lying bitch. Like the person printed out a piece of paper
and it just says lying bitch below this.
Does this mean they're lying about shooting first and asking questions later, or they're just calling the person who shoots first and asks questions later a lying bitch overall?
The second option, C-Line. The second option. This, and I'll give you the story of what's going on behind the scenes. This is wild, the drama going on in this neighborhood. I was messaging with the lady last night. In fact, I'll try to drum up a call with her. I'll message her and say, hey, give me your number. I'll give you a call so we could hear her story, because she said this has been really, really rough for her. I'll give you the first paragraph before I show you the unbelievable footage from her neighbor's yard. But Paola says, for months, my family has experienced ongoing harassment from a neighbor. This all began after I installed a fence on my own property. What started as a disagreement has continued to escalate into repeated incidents that have affected my family's safety, privacy, and ability to peacefully enjoy our home. Here we go. So here's some of the footage. I'll mute this just in case. I don't know. Maybe it's fine to play the audio. Let's see. All right. So this is the neighbor's house. You can see the neighbor has massive signs all over their front yard. And it says the Karen of the century or something.
Neighborhood, probably. Yeah, neighborhood.
Karen of the neighborhood. Then there's another big sign that says, revenge is not my plans. You will F-word yourselves all on your own, on this sign. Worst neighbors ever, but damn good liars, on this sign. Then they made a sign that's a giant arrow that says the Karen, literally pointing to their neighbor's house that lives next door. This is the woman who's writing all of this, right? Then here's some more signs. They are terrible examples for the Latino culture, says this sign. Then here's the kicker. The big sign in the front yard says, she took me to court 7/9/2026 and lost. Stupid lying B. Is it because I didn't want to F you? And it says the F word on the sign.
Why would you censor bitch?
The craziest thing is this person doesn't just have massive, super offensive, over the top, angry signs in their front yard. They have literal massive arrows pointing toward the neighbor's house that they're in a fight with. Wow. Okay. So these people need a new hobby. This is an intense neighborhood fight. So terrible examples for Latino culture. Worst neighbors ever, but damn good liars. She took me to court and lost. Stupid lying B. Is it because I didn't want to F you? So I don't even know. Now we're entering that into the equation. Revenge is not in my plans. And then the neighbor has just this regular little fence. There's nothing shocking about the neighbor's fence. The woman that was saying that all this is happening next to her. It all looks fairly normal, right? But the person living next to her 100% hates her. Here's the story that she posted. She said, the incidents have included public signs directed towards us, offensive and degrading language, intimidation, and actions that have made my family feel targeted. I have documented these events with photographs, videos, and police reports. The neighbor has also installed a mirror behind his property that faces toward the area of my back bedroom, which has caused me concern about my privacy. So he put a mirror up showing into her room on one side of the house. On the side of his property facing my home, he displayed a sign saying, I shoot first and ask questions later, lying bitch, which I perceived as directed towards me and intimidating. Yeah, I would say it's directed at you. Yeah, I would say it's directed at you. Somebody says, where's code enforcement? Code enforcement be damned. Is any of this illegal? Or is it just free speech?
Some of the language might be considered extreme, because you could say that one of the ways they use the F word is sexual. There might be an argument for obscenity. However, just having the signs, if you don't have an HOA in this neighborhood, just having the signs out there with writing on them, be it crazy. I mean, that's a first sign. Like if you have a sign in your yard that you hand wrote, it's crazy. And it always takes me back to my old neighbor that lived across from the house that you first went to when we started the show, when we were doing fireworks in the backyard. That neighbor across the street is super anti-Trump and has over the years had many handwritten signs in his front yard that were anti-Trump, and it was just like, man, like, I didn't vote for Donald Trump, so it's like weird that but I don't want to be on your side. I don't want to be like, I'm with you. No.
The crazy thing is, C-Lane's so right about this. I'll bring it to a personal thing for us. Whenever we get feedback to the radio station, if somebody says, well, somebody sent you a gift, somebody sent you this. If somebody says, oh, someone mailed in a handwritten letter, everybody cracks their knuckles and go, all right, here we go. Like, when you're handwriting notes on the front of your yard like this, the Karen right here, the arrow says, this is nasty. This says, there are also incidents where I felt threatened. I was told to, quote, watch my baby very closely, which I perceived as a threat. On other occasions, threatening comments were made while a firearm was visibly present. Although law enforcement advised me that openly carrying a firearm may be legal, the combination of threatening comments and a visible firearm caused my family and me to fear for our safety. My family has sought help through the law enforcement and the court system and code enforcement. Based on my experience, I've been told that some of the conduct is considered protected by free speech. So we have the free speech neighbor with all the signs and the neighbor who apparently pissed this guy off with building a small little fence. Those are our two sides here. Despite reporting these incidents and providing documentation, the situation has continued, and I've not received a resolution that allows my family to feel safe and peacefully enjoy our home. I'm sharing my experience not to attack anybody, but to raise awareness about the impact of ongoing neighbor harassment, intimidation, and bullying. I'll ask that to you. Do you agree that this is either harassment, intimidation, or bullying?
I think this is definitely bullying. Harassment, maybe. I think that if it's true that they said you need to watch out for your baby, and they're saying things while displaying a gun, that would be intimidation for sure.
Yeah, I would think, I would think at the very least bullying. You could say bullying is protected speech. That's fine, but I'm looking for an attorney who handles civil cases involving possible defamation, harassment, intimidation, emotional distress, and interference with the peaceful enjoyment of my property. I have documentation, including photos, videos, police report, and a timeline of events. So this person is reaching out and trying to get some feedback. So before we go further, because I'm going to try to get this lady on the show, I was messaging with her a bit. I'll try to ring her up at some point, either today or tomorrow, whatever. But what do we think? Is it that neighbor is fine for them to do this because this is free speech? You're allowed to put these kind of messages, even with because I don't want to F you and curse words on them in the yard? Or do you side with the neighbor who's dealing with all these signs pointing at them? Alien says physical threats are a crime. Let's see. Could we take any of these as actually physical threats? Is it because I don't want to F you? Damn good liars. Bad. Okay. Revenge is not in my plans. It says, you will F yourselves all on your own. So that's not really a threat. No. However, the side of the house, that one sign that
I
was
shoot
like,
first and ask questions later?
Yeah, I shoot first and ask questions later, lying bitch. Maybe that wouldn't be seen as a threat either. Otherwise, there would have been some lawsuits over that, I would imagine.
Or just police, the police probably would have had something to say about that particular sign. I think, once again, the threats that we've heard about are only described and not shown. I think the thing about their kid, or if you kind of combine a threat like that with having the weapon there, if we're to believe what she says, then law enforcement would have something to say about that if what she's saying is true.
Yeah. And also, C-Lane, AJ Soup with a good point on Twitch. Just because it's not illegal doesn't mean it's not wrong. Yeah, pick a side is not solely about what you can do legally or not do legally. It's who do you think is
absolutely
in the
because
right?
We've definitely picked a side of somebody who is breaking the law.
Yes, in the past. And in this case, I'm going to say, I don't care what's going on, what beef you have with your neighbors. It's not worth this. Whatever beef you have with your neighbors is not worth this. It's not worth putting all these signs up, making your neighborhood look gross, showcasing whatever stupid drama you have between the two of you. It's tacky. And I don't know the whole story, but with knowing what I have here, I'm going to have to side with the neighbor who doesn't have the aggressive, crazy signs up, personally.
Yeah, exactly. The number one, you see something like that, and it's not a birthday party,
Yeah.
It's something that's staying up there long term. It's crazy.
Yeah, here's some of the comments. Makes you wonder what his side of the story is. We're getting your side of the story. There's always more than meets the eye. She said, I understand there are always different perspectives. That's why I've documented the incidents with dates, photos, videos, and reports. My goal is not to attack anybody, but find help and share what my family has experienced. I love this. Somebody chimes in and says, just my opinion, but have you considered selling or moving to another neighborhood? Why? Because he sucks? Have you considered selling your house and uprooting your entire family and leaving the house that you like?
I'm not going to change my name because he's the one that sucks.
Exactly. I'm not going to move. I'm not going to move because, in that case, Office Space. But I'm not going to move because the person who's very real and lives next to me with all these signs is trying to ruin my life. Doesn't that mean the person with all the mean and offensive signs wins? Doesn't that person win if you move? I would think so. And it's got to be affecting everybody's property values in the area. This is the kind of thing that happens. You walk into this situation and you go to buy a house and you go, oh, I don't want to live next to this person. Got a freaking blog in their front yard.
Could you imagine if the neighbor on the other side tried to sell their house right now? They'd be absolutely screwed.
Oh, my God. You try to block it off when you bring people in to tour the place. I understand why somebody might suggest moving, she said. But it's not that simple. If I decide to sell my home, I may have disclosure obligations regarding issues that could affect the property or buyer's decision. It would be difficult to find a buyer who would be comfortable purchasing a home where there are ongoing signs and public displays creating this type of situation. She sounds in the comments pretty level-headed, this lady.
Correct.
And her neighbor does not seem level-headed with the signs. Can she become super Karen and call code enforcement for all those signs? Don't know. I'm just asking. Those are the signs the neighbor erected. And then I love people like this. There's always people like, have you given peace a chance? Have you tried to give peace a chance? And by the way, Abraham Dragon Friend, totally right. This is the level of crazy that often ends in violence. Totally right. Totally true. These are the episodes of Evil Neighbors Next Door that end with one person getting a little bit crazier, somebody resorting to violence at some point in time. But Nancy, give peace a chance, lady, says, I would just ignore them. If they come out and approach you, you can film that. Otherwise, ignore them. They have the problem, not you. Is it because they were invading your property and you decided to put a fence where it goes? So there's other stuff we don't know. I've got to get this lady on the line so we can see what's happening. And then even this part where the person who lives there put, she took me to court 7/9/2026 and lost. Stupid lying B. Is it because I didn't want to F you? Was there a relationship here first? Like, what happened to start all of this? So many questions that I have, and we're going to try to dig a little bit deeper. We shall see. Let us know what you think. Whose side do you choose? Do you think it's free speech? The neighbor, if he hates his person living next door, can put up all these offensive signs with the F word on them, and that's fine? Or do you think that you side with the lady? Give us your thoughts on this. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com right now. Okay. I thought that was crazy. I thought that was absolutely unhinged.
I want to know if we can find this lawsuit.
Yeah. Oh, you might be able to find. That's a good point.
I can't find the property right at the moment because the name that's on the post is not the name that's on the house.
Yeah. Okay. It's not. Okay. So she must live there with somebody else, you're saying? Or
possibly. Or rents.
Okay. All right. I'm going to message her. Can I call you on the show? This is right on Nextdoor. What is your number? Okay. Because I need to get more from this lady's side. This is not something that's probably just as simple as we might think. As with so many other things, there's loaded up stuff in here. There's a lot of baggage packed along with this. But I want to know what that baggage is, and I think you might too. So we'll take you along with, and I'll save this story as we move along through the week. Let us know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Speaking of that, we have so many dispatches rolling in. Our Rate My Blank for the week is show us your magnets, rate my magnets. And it can either be your magnet collection, like this one right here from Nerve Kotza, with all of their lovely magnets on their refrigerator. Not very Game of Magnets friendly, but still, we appreciate it. Couch Spider with his magnets here. I said, and this might be the one that wins the whole damn thing. if you have magnets in like a clever place, if you took the News Junkie magnets and you brought them somewhere and put them on display, maybe somebody took them to the Grand Canyon earlier, lots of different opportunities. We're going to find the best. Here's Amy with her collection. Look at this. Damn, Amy. I think Amy's got more than I do, for God's sake. That's wild.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
A huge collection of the News Junkie magnets. So send us yours or your magnets in the weirdest, funniest, most interesting places over at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, when we come back, we'll see if we get an update from this lovely lady who's in the midst of a really tough neighbors battle. We'll also get to the guy who came to a local media outlet and wanted to finally give his story about what it's like to have cyclospora. He sat down and talked to a local media outlet, and I'll play you his story. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio. It is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Which would you rather do for $50 million? Fight Mike Tyson for real?
Where he fights you for real?
Or 3 wieners?
The 3 wieners.
Oh, yeah. I'll take 3
Mike
wieners,
Tyson will
too.
kill you.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
Look out for emergency crews on the roadways. Forest City Road at Sand Lake Road clearing up an accident affecting northbound and southbound lanes. On Maitland Boulevard eastbound between Forest City and I-4, there's construction blocking the right lane. That's causing stop-and-go traffic. I-4, you're going to get stuck through that Lake Buena Vista.
Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello. Who wants more details on that story? Because I know I do.
Those things are no fun, and you might know that, and if you're of a certain age, you might already know that, or you may know that.
Some juicy drama. Thank you, Jay Nobles, for the 2 months over on Twitch. Thank you, Jay Nobles. Abraham says, how did all this start? That's question number 1. If we can get her on the phone, that's the first question we're going to ask. How did this start? What the hell is happening here? And if we can get her, then we 100% got to get the guy on the other side of the fence, right? We definitely got to get him. Sean's over here creating his own news. You bet your ass. This is how this works. If there's not enough going on in the news and you're tired of reflecting pool algae stories, you must make your own news. Billy Zane, make your own news. Some were thinking it was a skit. Nah, it's not. It's not. I'm telling you, it's real. I need to see the survey and the fence permit application before I can decide. Well, at the very least, we'll get Mo to find the lawsuit because we can get some nuggets in the lawsuit. That's the very least. Okay? Very least is we get those. Next level is we get her on the phone and we get the story from her. Highest level is we get him on the phone and they get his side. Genius level, we get them both on the phone at the same time and have them hash it out. Explosion outside of the federal building in Manhattan? Yeah, it looks like it was a Molotov cocktail or something like that. It was this anti-ice person who's been arrested, who's just kind of like a big explosion of gas, a big gas fire, like firebomb kind of thing went off. I don't know exactly what it was yet, but he's been arrested. And I think we should make him spend 25 years behind bars to think about what he did. Sean has his own Maple Street. The neighbor is a monster. What's a Maple Street? War of the Roses style. I thought all those were fake. Those are fake, but we don't do fake around here. We don't do the fakeries. Okay, let's see what we got. By the way, the whole world should know that Bootsy Moonshine emailed about the Robbie Williams story, and it said Robbie Williams sugar booger at World Cup. Robbie Williams sugar booger. Sugar booger? Doxed. Doxed and revealed. I didn't show your email address. Got some bootleg magnets from back of the day mixed in, funky fresh with the photo dispatch. The bootleg ones were fun. There were some fun ones back then. They made some pretty cool stuff. She didn't say keep me anonymous. True. Okay. We also have to talk about that younger woman who is trying to keep the home that she got when a family member died in a 55 and up community. Have you seen this out there? I emailed her. I'm not sure if we'll hear back. Thanks for the bits, AJ and Avedisora. Thank you. God bless you. But this woman, she's a younger woman, she's been chronicling her experience on social media. Her family member died and left her a house, but the house is in a 55 and up community. And now the community is trying to evict her, make her sell the house because they're saying this is a 55 and up community. You're too young to live here. 2 minutes and we're back. Have both on secret shows, great content. Well, we got to start somewhere. We're going to see what's going on here. I'm excited. I think there's good drama underneath this. If you do too, go hit that gift icon, gift some secret shows subscriptions over on thenewsjunkie.com right now, friend. Because we're coming back live. And I'll tell you if this lady messages me back. I just saw, I've only ever messaged 3 people in the history of Nextdoor. One is we did a curb pickup thing and we put a nice table out there and one person messaged me about that. 2 is I messaged Courtney and I said sup slut in 2024. And 3 is this lady with the good drama in the neighborhood. Maybe you'll be number 4. Stand by.
Absolutely free.
Magical. The entire sports world is waiting for you on the iHeartRadio app.
Football is coming.
Touchdown. The official NFL podcast network. Plus the second half of the baseball season. Oh, my goodness. All the sports you love, all in one place. All free. Download the free iHeartRadio app now.
And search sports.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Maurice Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bonus. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
When good things go bad, bad things make headlines. This is the news.
To the studio. YouTube.com/thenewsjunkie. YouTube.com/thenewsjunkie. Some surprises on the way for you this week, and one will be either today or tomorrow. The other is, and I think we might even try this out a little bit in the power hour today, possibly, or certainly this week. We'll try it out at some point in time. For me, the last bastion of tech things that need to be solidified on this show to bring us to 100% is the live interactions. And I've wanted to do live interactions on the show for a very, very long time. I couldn't get anybody to screen calls. I couldn't get phone calls set up. I couldn't get any of that stuff done. So we did a lot of dispatches, and dispatches are a very important part of where the show is. And you can, no matter where you're listening, send those all the time. But the excitement of the live calls is something that I've always missed, and it's a place that I thrive. And so over the weekend, I built out a auto screen line with a toll-free number where people can call up. We have a bunch of lines that will open up. We can turn them on and off when we want to. And when we turn them on, you can call, you say what your name is, what you're talking about, and then we can go to you live on the show with a phone call. And it should work out really, really well because I can see it on my studio screen in front of me, mixing technology with technology. We can show you on the screen if you're watching over on YouTube. There's just a lot of different options about this. And I'm trying to just build all this stuff out so we have all the coolest features and all of the fun stuff that we could possibly have. In fact, I work a lot on this. And I can show you. Let's ask a question to TNJ AI, and I'll show you something else I worked up over the weekend. Hopefully this doesn't fail miserably, C-Lane, or I'm going to look stupid. But there's a chance of that happening.
Either way really works for me.
Yeah, it's not going to hurt you in any way.
Win-win.
Let's ask about that drama that we just talked about. TNJ AI, if there's two neighbors that are fighting back and forth, and another neighbor puts a bunch of mean signs in their front yard, especially signs that might even use the F word or curse words on them, is that any kind of crime, or is that just free speech?
Hey, great question. It can be a bit of a gray area. In most places, putting up signs on your own property is generally considered free speech, even if they use foul language. But there are exceptions. If the signs are threatening or harassing, or if they target someone specific in a defamatory way, that could cross the line into harassment or even a crime.
All right.
Local ordinances might also restrict certain language or signs. So it really depends on the content and local laws.
All right. So that's about where we thought we were at on this. By the way, there should be like visuals going on in the stream for those of you watching. Let me know if that worked.
There was.
I can't. Was there? Yeah, go. Yeah, the futuristic visuals when we use TNJ AI. And correct, hopefully. Correct information out there. Don't say, who is this hussy? This is the voice of TNJ AI. I can't
You can't call TNJ AI a hussy when that text-to-speech lady was just way too porno.
Oh, you mean the TTS lady for the dispatches?
Yes.
I can't have her do
No.
Every question I asked would be a little too sexy.
They haven't necessarily broken a law.
They said it looks like Hal. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's what it is, futuristic. So we can ask any questions to TNJ AI. There's nice little visuals. If you're watching over on the stream at youtube.com/thenewsjunkie. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, I wanted to bring up the story. There's been one guy, only one guy, who has been brave enough to get the cyclospora thing, which gives you explosive diarrhea, which is maybe now not from Taco Bell, maybe now not from the farm that the FDA blamed it on. We don't know. We don't know what the hell's going on. But the guy who got the cyclospora went to a media outlet, NBC5 in Chicago, and was willing to talk to them, which is brave. I will say that's brave. It could be very, very embarrassing. So let's see how it went for this guy.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says nearly 7,000 people have gotten sick from cyclosporiasis across 34 states. Those are new numbers all of it since May. A Chicago man says he caught this stomach bug and ended up in the emergency room. Here's NBC5's V-Win.
The emergency room, too.
Week, Alonzo Zaragoza.
Oh, look at this guy. He's sitting here drinking an electrolyte drink. He's drinking like a Pedialyte as he's doing the interview.
From Chicago's
I thought
Belmont
you were going to say,
neighborhood.
look at this guy. He's sitting on a toilet that he brought outside.
It kind of does look like that. If it was like, the only way to get the interview done was to have him on an outside toilet.
It says he's been trying to recover from cyclosporiasis.
I'm probably like at 80%, but
that's still better than a lot of people right now.
The 46-year-old told NBC5 he started showing symptoms last weekend, including severe diarrhea.
This is so ballsy of him to go and speak to local media outlets after having explosive diarrhea.
I mean, there might be conditions here, Sean. You might be like, hey, I'll do the interview, but we need to have a pre-tape.
Yeah.
I could, at any point need to stand up and excuse myself and very quickly.
Yeah, he's brave, though, I think.
It was just every hour and a half going to the washroom. I don't think I've slept more than an hour and a half continuously in the last week.
On Wednesday, things took a turn when he noticed blood in his stool.
My family was like, that's not normal. And we went to the ER and had it checked.
Okay, this is why I'm telling you, there's so many more people than this that have had this cyclospora. The guy is talking about his bloody stools. He's talking about his family is going, that's not normal that's happening. This guy is oversharing. Most people will never tell you that this is happening.
They took blood samples, a stool sample, and
they just went to the same place.
Zaragoza says doctors at Northwestern Hospital told him they believe he came down with the intestinal illness. He looked back on his history to see where he may have caught it.
I looked through everything. There was nothing that I ate that contained lettuce.
Taco Bell?
Except for chalupa from the Lux box.
Oh, no! Taco Bell! He got a
chalupa!
He got a Lux box!
I looked at the app. I Googled the ingredients. It says iceberg lettuce.
The FDA is investigating the cyclosporiasis outbreak in 5 states linked to iceberg lettuce. Taylor Farms issued a voluntary recall of all iceberg lettuce sourced from Mexico.
Just for the record, if you missed it earlier today, the FDA has apologized to Taylor Farms and said that their second test showed that it was an errant test, that it didn't actually test positive. So we don't even know if that farm is the center of this. But this guy's now blaming it on a chalupa.
Taco Bell said it also removed affected lettuce from its restaurants. Federal health investigators haven't said if produce from that supplier is linked to cases in other states, like Illinois. As for Zaragoza, he's warning neighbors to be careful.
Just stay hydrated. Be careful about where you're eating. Make sure you wash, clean, and cook any greens that you're eating.
The Illinois Department of Public Health says at least 309
Does he
cases
have a
have been
GoFundMe?
confirmed in the state, around 60 here in Chicago. Reporting from the newsroom.
I am telling you, there's so many more people that have had this. This is embarrassing. To go on the media and be like, it's been just absolutely disgusting in my house. I haven't been able to sleep for more than an hour and a half straight for a week. I've just been blowing it out all over the place. But that's literally what the guy is saying. And then I think a lot of people are trolling. Like, people are freaking out about this one video, going, how dumb could folks be? And it shows somebody taking their produce, their lettuce or their greens, and they're pouring Clorox bleach on it. They're taking a spring mix, and they're like washing it all out and spraying the different disinfectant sprays. This is meant to make you angry. That's what this person was going to throw this away anyways. And they just film themselves doing that. They're not really eating this afterwards.
It's kind of funny. It's a little funny.
They're just trolling you into getting angry. This sort of outrage content works. They didn't actually eat this lettuce afterwards. At least I hope not. Good God. But that shows them in the sink using Clorox and all the sprays. And then, well, does it show them afterwards eating
it's a pretty
something?
nice sink.
It is, yeah. Oh, they put a little cheese on top. Some shrimp and made themselves a lettuce afterwards. Just for the record, if you're watching this, I believe, yeah, they could call it. Some call it that. I believe that this is fake. I don't believe this person actually ate this. I think they're trolling and trying to make you angry and outrage bait here. But just in case you do buy into this, don't do this. Just avoid eating produce for a little while if you don't mind, or if you want your stomach to survive and not do an embarrassing interview. Let us know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com right now. All right, we will take a quick break. When we come back, we've got jury duty. I want to talk about this woman who's been going viral. Her name's Bethany Michael. We're going to try to reach out to her as well. And she has her father who died and left her this house in a neighborhood. And the neighborhood's like a 55 and up neighborhood. And the neighborhood is saying that even though her father left her this house, she can't live there. She's too young to live there. She's like, I want to live here. My father left me this house. And they said, no, we want you out of here. And they're trying to get this woman out of the neighborhood. And it's an interesting back and forth legally. So we'll get into that. We'll figure out more about this neighborhood drama that I was stirring up and see what's happening there. We got a bunch more on the way. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
AI edits itself. We double down. Real Radio 104.1. Guaranteed human.
This is three-time Pro Bowler Sean Merriman. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Cunol Turmeric.
The Red Sox are the hottest team in baseball with their 13-game winning streak. They'll be home for the Orioles tonight. Michigan AD Ward Manuel will step down at the end of this.
Hello. Welcome. Welcome behind the scenes, everybody. Jury duty coming up in just a moment. Just a moment away. July 20th already. Holy cow. Folks, hit that like button over on YouTube. Hit that like button if you're watching the stream. I'd appreciate it. It helps out a lot. Somebody on YouTube report back, how many likes are there? How many likes are there? I can see how many people are watching. Every one of you watching live right now better have hit that like button. Moon landing anniversary today, is that true? Waterboys sharing a photo dispatch, which you can see at thenewsjunkie.com of the dispatches segment, of his unofficial magnets, stacks of them. He's got some stacks. Holy hurricane outside, weatherman? Well, we do have this tropical storm, which isn't technically a tropical storm yet, but should be probably in the next 24 hours. We don't know where it's going to go, but we're watching. We're watching the storm to see what happens. Two minutes and we're back live. I got to get C-Lane to censor a video. Can I get you to censor a video for the Power Hour, possibly? Sam Bizzle. It's short. There you go. Thank you, Chris. Christopher, I appreciate that. Thank you. Did you see Sunny Hostin's body cam? That's the lady from The View. Yeah, how many people are surprised that she tossed out a "do you know who I am" kind of thing immediately? That lady is so like dripping with obnoxiousness in everything she does. I don't know if it's just me that takes it that way, but 90 seconds and we're back live. Hit that like button over on YouTube. Chris, he gets weirded out by that. So would you. If we were hanging out and I was like, Bootsy, stop it. Will you stop it? That lady yells about privilege for years on The View and then immediately shouts out, he's a Harvard grad and Yale researcher. You can't do this. Yes. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. The problem with all of the angry, weird, very political people online is that every one of them is so dripping with hypocrisy. And once you discover that, it frees you so much. I don't care if any of these people call me racist or sexist or homophobic. I don't care. They're all hypocritical losers. And if I could hit a button and I would render all of the political people, armless people unable to tweet, and mutes unable to speak, I will have fixed the world at least 50% better. Stand by.
Chris Young, Lauren Elena, and Randy Hauser introducing the exclusive Veranda Plus stateroom with these amazing perks. Embarkation day lunch, daily breakfast in blue, afternoon hors d'oeuvres, and a beverage package, all included. Reserve now at TopShelfCountryCruise.com.
Dispatch, this is Mindy at Advanced Air Home Services.
Coming to terms with a dying AC unit is tough. If you need to replace your AC, visit AdvancedAirandHeat.com to schedule your free estimate. Advanced Air Home Services. License CAC 1820806. Terms and conditions apply.
Radio.
Back to the best friends you never knew you had. This is the News Junkie.
Untold amounts of drama incoming. Jury duty incoming as well. We'll get into all that. And another pick aside at the top of the hour in, the Power Hour. The Power Hour of the show. We've got a lot for you, so let's just start it off. Here we go. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Moses will be back on the show this week, as far as I know. We'll see what's happening with him later on and get to your questions, your legal questions, and all of that good stuff. That will be coming up as the week rolls on. In the meantime, if you have an accident, if you have any issues, anything happens to you, you can reach out. You can reach out and contact the show, or you could contact Moses. That's what I would recommend to get your case started. 866-CALL-MO. That's the direct number. 800-CALL-MO or 866. Either one of them works. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. After an accident, reach out to the attorney that's going to help you out. 800-CALL-MO. Wednesday's Josh's birthday. We know. It's been made very clear.
Oh, is that why?
Very clear to us what's going on with him, 100%. Here is the woman who is going through a bit of an issue right now. She inherited a house from her father who passed away. And her father was living in a community where it's only like older adults. I think it's 55 and over in the community. And they bar certain people from living there. You got to be older, right? Now, she's 28 years old. She's not 55 or over. She's 28 years old. So she goes, I got the house now. My dad died. He left the house to me. I plan on staying at the house. And they go, no. This is oldos only in this community. Get the hell out of here. See you later, sucker. And this has become a huge drama in her area. So let's peek into that world here as we do jury duty. This is a dispute in Jacksonville.
Today, this is the Oakleaf neighborhood where 155 homeowners will have to pay a $1,000 special assessment to sue their 28-year-old neighbor.
How crazy is that by itself? Everybody in the neighborhood is going to have to spend $1,000 for a special assessment. You guys probably don't even know they can do this, but your HOA can push across a special assessment, and then you have to pay the money. Right. Everybody in the neighborhood has to pay $1,000 of their own money to sue this 28-year-old woman who's living in the house that her dad left her because she's not 55.
Could you imagine if they spend $1,000, everybody in the neighborhood? What did they say, 155 residents?
Yeah,
They're spending $155,000 to sue this woman?
Yeah,
you sure they're not?
$155,000.
You sure they're not replacing some lights somewhere too? Is there some new sod going in? $155,000 seems pretty steep.
That's crazy.
If they all have to pay this to sue her and she somehow wins, she is not going to be very welcome in that neighborhood.
No, because everybody's going to be mad. $1,000 ain't nothing, man.
That's Bethany Michelle. She inherited a home after her father passed away. And today, we are hearing from some neighbors who agree with getting her out.
It's really not about this young lady. It's about enforcing the age requirements across the board. They have the right to choose to live in an HOA, and they bought into an HOA where it's 55 and above. I mean, yeah, there are some younger folks like me that live in here, and that's fine because I live with somebody that's over 55.
Oh, okay. All right. Hold on now, lady. Now, you have a loophole. She's talking to the news, and she wants her worked out of the neighborhood, this younger woman.
And she's not even 55?
And she's not even 55. But she gets to stay there because she's living with somebody who's 55.
Do you
what
think
if she gets a roommate who's 55?
Then she would, according to this lady, she would be eligible. That would fit the loophole, unless the owner has to be 55.
I think so.
Do you think the
right?
news purposely wanted to talk to the lady who's not 55 about this, or could they not get any of the rest of the community on camera?
I don't know. They talked to more people, I think. Here, let's see who else they talked to.
Okay. You know, and while her dad was alive, there was no problem with the young lady living here. But the rules are the rules, and
You're
if we
not
don't enforce the rules
55.
for one, we can't enforce the rules for all.
So you're under 55 living with your mom in this neighborhood?
Yes.
So if the same situation were to happen to you, would
if my mom was to if something was to happen to my mom and she was to pass away, I would fully be under the understanding that I would not live here. Like, I cannot live here because I'm not 55.
Now,
that's so easy to say when your parents are alive and you don't have to move and you don't have to leave and God knows what else is going on.
Yeah, if your mom were to die, you would have to, I mean, inevitably, whether you are getting money from her or not, there's probably going to be a lot coming out of your pocket, at least initially, to take care of her, to take care of her body, to plan the funeral, to do all this stuff. It's going to be hard to just go, all right, also I'm moving out. Also, let's pack up, let's find a place, let's go.
It just seems weird to me because this lady, I'm so glad they interviewed her because she's out there. She's like, she needs to get out of here. And you're like, well, you're not 55 either, and you're living here. Well, that's because my mom is alive, and I live with my mom as a grown-ass adult. And you go, well, what? That seems kind of weird. That seems a little almost hypocritical. You're self-pushing this out there. Somebody says, gaslight, gatekeep. I'm on her side now. She is gatekeeping, literally.
How do you feel about the litigation and the $1,000 you all will have to pay?
No one's excited about the $1,000. No one.
This community is now getting national attention because of this issue, and that's bringing up some mixed feelings. So how are you feeling about all the national attention?
It's been a lot. Like me as a person, personally, I am not equipped to deal with this. But being that I have been put in a position to potentially become an advocate for caregivers, to become maybe one of the first to figure out what goes on in a situation like this, to potentially even change the laws, because there are people who have reached out to lawmakers on my behalf. It's bittersweet, but it's for a good reason. Whether the outcome is in my favor or not, this needs to be very clear for all homeowners, all 55 plus people with caregivers.
Personally, I think she should move. I think her dad did her the great honor of leaving the house to her. But I mean, this is an over 55 community where they've chosen to be over 55.
You're not over 55. What? Like, what's the point of an over 55 community if you could be like a stay-at-home kid? Like, this woman, just so you know, she's older than the 28-year-old. I guarantee you. The woman who's going like, I think she should leave. I think she should get the hell out of here. That woman is older than the 28-year-old, but she's like, I live with my mommy. And that means I get to stay in the neighborhood, okay? It's crazy to me. So they're 55 and over. It's a private community. Her dad died, and now her dad, left the house behind her, and she's being kicked out. And everybody in the neighborhood, what did they say, 100 and something?
155 residents at $1,000 apiece. They're spending $155,000 to sue this woman, which... How much does it cost to sue somebody?
Well, why is that so expensive? It's another excellent question. That is crazy. So that's what's happening there. I've also reached out to this woman. We'll see if the 28-year-old who's staying in the 55-plus neighborhood responds and see what her situation is. It's kind of interesting, though, and I want to see what your thoughts are on that. Give us a dispatch, an email, all that good stuff over at thenewsjunkie.com. Okay, quick break, and we're back with more on the show, including the Power Hour and a pick aside. I threw another clip at C-Lane to censor, and is that going to be ready for the next segment, or we
shall see? No, I probably do it.
Okay, cool. I think we'll be able to get into this. Another pick aside at the top of the hour, and this one is kind of juicy as well. It's a busy, juicy Monday. We'll continue with that.
You heard me, sir. It's a busy, juicy Monday. You heard me. It's a juicy, busy Monday, okay? Hey, everybody. The Juicy Monday continues. I got to pick a side for you next. Somebody put up a sign in the front yard. True. Hello? Hello? She's Jenny from the block. They're definitely mad that she's young and pretty. And how crazy is it that she is getting drummed out by the leading voice in the neighborhood, a woman who's over 28 years old and not 55 years old, but gets to stay there? That's something. Pick a side coming up next in the Power Hour. C-Lane censoring it right now. Can the old ladies in the 55 and up community be mad because the husbands are dying from staring at the hot homeowner? Wow. Wow. Can't have anything nice around you folks, can we? Somebody just messaged me. I don't know what this means. I don't know what this is about. Somebody said Jack was dogging West Palm Beach. Jack Bradshaw? Jack Bradshaw was dogging West Palm Beach. Jack's exact words were West Palm is a dump. Save your emails for Jack. All right? I don't know what he said about West Palm Beach, Florida. This is a place where I grew up. I stand behind West Palm Beach, Florida. Is it suburbia hell? Yes. Is it one of the widest, flattest cities on the planet? Yes. Is the public transport terrible? Yes. Are there a lot of assholes that live there? There's a few. Not a lot. I wouldn't say a lot. But I called it home for a long time, and I love it still. Harsh words, Jack Bradshaw. 2 minutes till pick a side. If there's one thing Jack knows, it's dumps. If that's true, then what is Castleberry? I don't know enough about Castleberry. I don't know any cities of anything. I never know where I am half the time. I know I love Orlando. I know I love Florida. I know I love the United States of America. I probably love your city. I loved living in Chicago. I love the United States of America. I think there's almost every city that I've been to had some great stuff about it. I'm excited in a couple of months here for the first time to go to Key West. I bet I'm going to love that place. 90 seconds and we're back live. Nola, I had a theory Chat, tell me if I'm wrong or right here. And don't start saying wrong before I say it. Tell me if you agree. My theory is the Keys, Key West in particular, Key West is like Florida's French Quarter. That's my statement. Agree or disagree? Key West is like Florida's French Quarter. I think that's true, just based on what I've seen so far. Key West is Florida's French Quarter. Seems like that kind of neighborhood. All right, C-Lane's got the clip for Pick a Side. Oh, God, is he going to play that clip of me singing before this? Thank you for censoring that. Hang on one sec. All right, let's go, Mike. We're coming back. Hang tight.
Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just one dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got a question after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Preset. Preset. That's preset. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Radio. 104.1. When good things go bad, bad things make headlines. This is the news.
In just a moment, going to be a wild week on the show. You're in the right place. Forget the same 3 songs over and over. Hang out with us here in the world's most viral newsroom. All the things you could want to learn about the show are available over at thenewsjunkie.com. So go over there, send us a dispatch. This week, we're gonna probably push Rate My Blank into a full week thing so we can announce what it is, and then we can see what your submissions are over the course of a week. And this week, I want to see your magnet collections for the News Junkie. I want to see News Junkie magnets in the best places, the most interesting locations that you've brought them. People have brought them all over the world. And we're going to pick the best one that we see this week, and we're going to give you a big prize. I'm going to start these. These are going to become weekly, and we'll make them a huge prize each week. So we'll work on that in a little bit. But right now, let's dive face first into it. Let's do the Power Hour.
They said it couldn't be done. Then they said,
I live with my mommy.
It's time for the Power Hour on the News Junkie.
Thank God it wasn't that song. That's all I'm saying. Thank God it wasn't that song I sang earlier.
Oh, that's that one. Be later this week.
I forgot about it at this point. Was it a Justin Bieber thing I was doing, or
Sure.
I was expecting to hear that. I'm glad that I did not. Big thanks to our friend King Oiler, Sun State John, for the 13 gifted premium subscriptions over on thenewsjunkie.com, unlocking secret shows. Go grab yours if you want to unlock all of the features that come along with being a premium subscriber and supporter of the show. Thanks, Sun State John, for the 13 gifted subs. I want to see what you can do. Every single one helps support the show and gives us freedom from the suits over here. I want you to come in with 1, 2, 3, or maybe even just subscribe yourself over on thenewsjunkie.com. If you're a subscriber, it's as little as $2.99 a month, and it means a lot to us. So go do that over on the website before the show's over. The Power Hour kicks off with another Pick a Side. Oh, no. That means another Pick a Side intro.
Okay.
It's time for Pick a Side.
Let's go.
We're going on a ride. Yeah.
It was vamping.
Don't try to run and hide. Yeah. It's time to pick a side.
Yeah. Oof. God, that would ruin your whole voice there.
Feel it in your throat sometimes when you listen to something like that.
Okay. Here is the story. A South Miami dog walking dispute escalates after a woman says, "I'm going to report you." There are some sparks flying in this one, folks. There are some sparks of flying in this one.
I try when I censor these not to watch them, to just do the audio and just like listen to as little of it as possible. But there is one part of this video that I wanted to listen to over and over and over again. You'll know it. You'll know.
It was a part for me, too, that at the end I was like, oh, God. Okay, here's what happens. There's a woman who encounters some other person. The story behind this from the Daily Dot is the clip begins with the camera focused on a middle-aged woman. You'll hear it in just a moment, who tells the woman filming that she is part of South Miami. The woman behind the camera responds she doesn't know what that means. The woman filming then asks what the other woman is doing on her property, and she says it's not her property. So they go back and forth. Some middle-aged woman and this lady that she's having it out with. Let's listen in on this Pick a Side.
For what?
Because you're part of South Miami.
Okay, I don't know what your part of South Miami means. When I asked you, am I on your property, do you want me to leave? Extreme. Okay, so what are you out here saying then? What are you out here bothering me for? Did I bother you?
You know what? You're in it. And I'm going to report you.
You're in it?
Go ahead.
Wherever you are, I am going to report you.
Go ahead. What are you going to report? That someone asked you nicely if they should leave your property and you literally sat here and vocalized that it's not your property, so you're harassing someone for no reason?
My property.
Yeah, this is harassment, lady. If this isn't your property and you're coming out here sticking...
Oh, she swung on her!
Oh, my God! You want to put your hands on me? You want to grab at me? Get the hell away from
They're
me!
fighting!
That's literally on camera. You grabbing at me. Just hit. Yeah, it's on camera. You grabbing at me. Grabbing my camera again, and I'll hit you again. You just move, Mojito.
That's my favorite part. Is that it? She's got her dog. She's walking her dog, and her dog is like excited that they've been fighting, her and this old lady.
Okay, I didn't know Mojito was a dog when I was censoring this. I thought she was calling the lady Mojito, and it was some sort of like South Miami slur or something, like they were using it as
Mojito.
Listen, Mojito, out of my way.
This woman comes out to me, total Mojito, if you know what I'm talking about.
That wasn't the part of it that I wanted to play over and over again. Do you know what it was?
No, did I not play it yet?
No, you played it. No, the woman's reaction to getting hit is listen.
There we go. We've got to go back and revisit this because there's a lot going on here. I don't understand what it means. She says, you're a part of this South Miami thing. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's racist. The old lady's talking to is black. I don't know if that has anything to do with this. Literally just kind of looking at this, trying to pick it apart here. But she goes, you're in South Miami.
For what?
Because you're part of South Miami.
Okay, I don't know what your part of South Miami means. When I asked you, am I on your property, do you want me to leave? Extreme. Okay, so what are you out here saying then? What are you out here bothering me for? Did I bother you?
You know what? You're in it.
You're in it.
And I'm going to report you.
All right, you're in it, and I'm going to report you. I don't know. What is this lady talking about?
She doesn't sound like she's got it all together.
John says, wake up, babe. New slur just dropped. Move, Mojito.
Go ahead.
Wherever you are, I am going to report you.
Go ahead. What are you going to report? That someone asked you nicely if they should leave your property and you literally sat here and vocalized that it's not your property, so you're harassing someone for no reason?
My property.
Yeah, this is harassment, lady. If this isn't your property and you're coming out here sticking...
Swung on her.
I'll oh, my God! Oh! You want to put your hands on me? You want to grab at me? Get the hell away from me. That's literally on camera.
Now, I think at this point, people would be like, that woman just hit an old lady. But not me. You know me at this point in time, all right? You've listened to this show long enough. You know me. If an old lady comes up and starts swinging on me, I'm going to try not to do anything. I don't want to hit an old lady. I love old ladies. They're sweet people usually. But if an old lady is intent on hitting me and is going to hit me over and over, eventually I'm going to slap the old lady. I'll say, move, Mojito, and I'll slap that bitch.
She, I think she grabbed at her phone. Like she was trying to grab her phone to stop her from recording.
Yeah.
And then she got smacked or maybe punched or something. It didn't. I didn't hear the actual impact.
She's going to make so many signs about this. And maybe.
Grabbing at me. Just hit. Yeah, it's on camera. You grabbing at me. Grabbing my camera again and I'll hit you again. You just move, Mojito.
Mojito, the dog, is like, at one point, his legs are on the side of this old lady like he's going to attack her. Move, Mojito. Mojito's going to attack the old lady. I don't know what the hell's going down.
Move, Mojito. You just hit me. Now I'm walking the away.
Oh, she got arrested. She got arrested here by the
old
police.
ladies?
Yeah, the old lady's in cuffs at the end here.
Hilarious.
So as per usual, you know, these videos are clipped. You only get little short portions of this, but we have a pick a side here. I'm going to say the lady who's walking her dogs, she swung on the old lady, but the old lady reached for her first.
Yep. The old lady escalated this. She made first contact, and for that, I am not only on the side of the person holding the camera, I am mostly on the side of Mojito.
Mojito is the best
Mojito's
person.
side.
Yeah. Mojito is the best individual involved in this at all. Snoop says, I'm on Mojito's side too. Mojito as a dog's name does slap, though. Yeah, it does. Actually. Yeah. So, she's so dramatic, this whole like, oh my God.
I think hearing that, like, I want to know how hard she got smacked. I want to know how hard she got hit to have this just flabbergasted response to her reaching for somebody's phone.
Yeah.
And then, I guess, not expecting any sort of repercussion. She gets the repercussion and...
Oh my God. She's so dramatic, too. This lady, like, what are you bothering this woman for? Walking her dog in your neighborhood? Who cares? Who cares? So many of these things are started with, like, the smallest indiscretions that people get angry about. And you got to learn to
like a bunch of mojitos over the whole thing.
Move, Mojito. Move, for God's sake. Anonymous says, insufficient information. I need to know what the phone holder is part of. Look, there's nothing.
She's part of it.
Yeah, there's nothing that could justify the weirdness with which this woman is approaching this dog walking lady. She's walking Mojito. She's enjoying herself, I'm sure. And there's nothing that could justify her doing that. Otherwise, she would have said it in the mix, but she didn't. She just said, you're part of this whole South Miami thing.
For what?
Because you're part of South Miami.
Okay, I don't know what you're part of South Miami means. When I asked you, am I on your property? Do you want me to leave? Extreme. Okay, so what are you out here saying then? What are you out here bothering me for? Did I bother you?
You know what?
You're
in it.
You're in it. Why is she talking like the text-to-speech Italian mafia boss guy?
That's not that's not what that sounds like.
You're in it, okay? You're in
and
it.
I'm going to report you.
Go ahead.
Wherever you are, I am going to report you.
Go ahead. What are you going to report? That someone asked you nicely if they should leave your property and you literally sat here and vocalized that it's not your property, so you're harassing someone for no reason?
My property.
Yeah, this is harassment, lady. If this isn't your property and you're coming out here sticking...
Oh!
I'll oh my God! You want to put your hands on me? You want to grab at me? Get the hell away from me. That's literally on camera. You grabbing at me. Just hit. Yeah, it's on camera. You grabbing at me. Grabbing my camera again and I'll hit you again. You just move, Mojito.
Move, Mojito. Oh,
so great. And the more you watch it, the more you like notice little things. Like right before she goes to grab for the phone, I don't know if she's working out that she's deciding to grab the phone, but she does like a weird thing with her finger.
Yeah, she's she's trying to like almost coax herself into grabbing the phone, which starts the whole thing. But you grab at my phone, you start grabbing at me, you start swatting around. I mean, don't be surprised if you get swatted back, lady. I'm fine with that.
Do the swatting?
I'm not going to deck an old lady. I'll be real with you. I'm not going to just swing and deck an old lady.
Hilarious, you know.
I'll duck back. Yeah. I'll duck back and I'll pop her if I need to. She's like, whack, you know. Somebody says that lady sounds like Taken. I will find you and I will report you no matter where you are here. I don't know what started this. I don't know if it's Latina on black, on whatever violence. I don't know what's going on, but instant karma is what it says.
Let all the mojitos move into the neighborhood. There it goes. There it goes.
Move, mojito. That was my favorite part of that whole thing. Move, mojito. Let us know what you think. Send your dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com right now. Okay. As I said, big thanks to Sun State John for those gifted subscriptions. I think there might be one or two left. I can check. But you can go claim those over on the website, which is thenewsjunkie.com. There are 5 left. Go claim yours while you can. They are available over on thenewsjunkie.com. And it's a great way to support the show. Fight the suits. Click the button. Gift something and then claim something because you can get magnets, stickers, and all that stuff. Speaking of your magnets, more of our Rate My Blank, which is your magnets on display, either your collections at home or you having them different places. Just for the record, you still got all week for this. So if you want to just take your magnet somewhere really interesting and jump to the top of the list, you might be able to do that tomorrow or the next day or God knows when. But we want to get to your feedback, so we'll work in some of those reactions when we return. We also have a mother who says she found a man underneath her daughter's bed, and so she attacked him. But there's more to the story, so we're going to dive into this and see what's going on. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Rain's really coming down, slowing down traffic on some parts of Florida's Turnpike 429 and I-4, especially through that Lake Buena Vista area. Look out for a disabled vehicle off to the shoulder. Around that area as well, I-4 eastbound near OBT, there's a crash off to the shoulder. The roadways are wet out there, so just travel with caution. And if you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission. Wearing a life jacket is one of the most important decisions you can make on the water. Today's options are more comfortable and convenient than ever, no matter what you're doing. Stay safe, stay comfortable. Wear it, Florida. Learn more at myfwc.com.
Folks, let me keep it simple. It's 90 degrees outside. 90. If inside it's anywhere close to that, your AC is not working right. Your air conditioner is on the fritz. I don't know how to fix it. You don't know how to fix it. You might start YouTubing videos and getting out there with pliers and cutting things and your wrenches you're flinging around. That could lead with you that could end with you in the hospital. That could end with you causing more damage than you already started. And maybe you take a $15 Mills Air fix and turn it into a $1,500 Mills Air fix. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. Just call the experts from Mills Air out. You're going to see the technicians are just better in every way. They know what they're doing. They're fantastic, talented, and they've fixed the AC problem you have. They've fixed it a whole bunch of times. So they're ready to help you out, and they want to make sure you're staying nice and cool. They are a Carrier factory authorized dealer. You could always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you could always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Give them a call at 407-277-1159. That's 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Dial Pound Law.
Offices Orlando.
Used cars are moving out at AutoNation Toyota Winter Park. This Thursday through Sunday, we're holding a special savings event. Cars, trucks, SUVs, hundreds of used vehicles.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome behind the scenes, my friend. Might I say you look slim today? Your boobs and or crotch looks fantastic. Hello. How are you? What's that? Oh, did they come? Whoa. Let me see. What do you think of them? Yeah? You like them? You want one?
I already have one.
You already took one? So how many did you take? There's only 100 of them. How many did you take? 4? That means there's only 96.
Yeah, but someone's going to take them from me every year because they need the thing for the poker tournament.
Nobody's going to take that one from you.
I have to pay tribute every year.
I got another collection just for that. I got a whole thing. Okay. I think they look cool. I'm going to show them. They'll be available starting tomorrow, everybody. Thank you. They will be available starting tomorrow. The Spider Curse Magnet. The Spider Curse Magnets have arrived. They will be available tomorrow. Here's how you can get your hands on one of these. You heard Courtney. She has taken 4 of them. There are 96 left. The only way to get these is starting tomorrow, not now, starting tomorrow, if you sign up for Secret Shows and claim one as your gift for signing up, or if you gift Secret Shows, you can claim these magnets. That is the only way to get the Spider Curse magnets, and there are 96 of them available. So don't do it yet. That is tomorrow on the show. The Spider Curse magnets have arrived. Now, will they be cursed? I don't know. I don't know. Couple of minutes and we're back live. Halloween magnets? They're sort of Halloween magnet-y. Mark says, I'll donate 10 subs tomorrow for one. Well, they will be available for you to claim tomorrow, either if you subscribe or gift Secret Show subscriptions. You can claim as many as you gift. We'll see how fast those go. We need to start Game of Yard Signs. That could be a thing. I think there's some folks already doing it, though. Stand by. Okay. Tomorrow, we may have an update on this neighborhood drama. We may have some other interviews on the way. In fact, I think we have a celebrity guest joining us tomorrow. On Wednesday, I'm thinking of firing up the phone lines for the first test time. Now, there's only one minor problem. The phone line system that I built over the weekend, it's all digital, all auto screened and all this stuff. And C-Lane, you won't be able to hear C-Lane yet until I get this last piece of equipment. Because little known fact, my laptop audio has a slight buzz and the room channel has a slight buzz. I want to get rid of those and make everything perfectly silent. And then I want this audio from the new phone lines to be as crisp as possible. Can we get an interview with Mojito? Maybe. 1 minute. We're coming back live right now. Don't forget, these are tomorrow. 96 of them, that's it. If you subscribe or if you gift some subscriptions. Very limited. Very, very limited. We're coming back.
Happy 50th.
You heard everything. iHeartRadio and Fox Sports brought you every 2026 FIFA World Cup moment.
Absolutely free.
Magical. The entire sports world is waiting for you on the iHeartRadio app.
Football is coming.
Touchdown. The official NFL podcast network. Plus the second half of the baseball season.
Oh my
All the sports you love, all in one place, all free. Download the free iHeartRadio app now
And search sports.
Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Preset. Preset. That's preset. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Radio 104.1.
Home of the world famous game of magnets. This is the
on this already. I'll tell you how you enter to win in just a second here, but it's pretty easy. You know what I mean? The Rate My Blanks, here's what we do. We issue a challenge. Rate My Blank is a challenge we issue each week, and then you can send in a dispatch. Let me show you here. I'm just going on my laptop to thenewsjunkie.com. When I'm on the website, I go over to dispatches, and there's plus image, meaning I can add an image dispatch, and I send one in as related to that particular Rate My Blank. It is nice and easy to do, and then we look through them all, which we'll do here in just a second. You could do it yourself, too. If you click dispatches over on the website, you can see what other people have submitted, or at least some of them. And I want you to, when you go over to the website, give me a Game of Magnets photo in the best location. That's what we're looking for. You could show us your collection if you want, but really I'm looking for a News Junkie magnet in the best, most interesting location you could possibly think of. And people will look at these throughout the week with us, and we'll vote on what the best one is, et cetera, et cetera. Eventually, we'll have like a voting mechanism for this. Seelan and I have already talked about that previously. Mm-hmm. But yeah, there you go. You can do that. That's a Rate My Blank for this week is Rate My Magnet. And I want it in an interesting location or something like that for this week.
Or with an interesting person.
Could be, yeah. It could be that. We've got a surprise guest on the show potentially tomorrow at some point in time. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to be unlocking for the first time, maybe on Wednesday, I'm thinking, unlocking our new toll-free phone lines to give those a test and see how that goes. There's a lot of interesting twists and turns. We'll see if we get anything on this neighborhood drama thing that we stirred up earlier. I can't wait for that. Now that post, by the way, is trending on Nextdoor, the one that we were talking about with the neighbors who absolutely hate each other with some vicious signs. Well, one side has the signs. The other side is just like, please help me. This person's crazy. Well, I don't know. I mean, a dream would be that we hear from her, the woman that this neighbor is targeting with all these signs.
I want to hear from the neighbor.
And then hear from him afterwards. The bottom line is, even if we don't hear from any of them, which hopefully we do this week, we'll probably be able to locate the lawsuit and get some more drama out of it that way. So we will have some interesting updates for you as the week rolls on. Okay, let's see what we got. This Tennessee mother is in some trouble. This woman, I guess, is this the story here? This woman shot somebody who snuck into her daughter's bedroom, but the police are investigating this right now. And somebody sent along this story. Let's see what's going on. Action 5 News has
Kendra
this.
Scott is due in court tomorrow.
Her name's Kendra Scott.
A man was killed in a shooting in the Walker Homes neighborhood early Thursday morning. Officers called to the 3000 block of Travis Road around 1:45 in the morning. They found a man in the front yard with a gunshot wound to the back of the head. He was pronounced dead on scene. We talked with neighbors there who were
back
awake
of the
that
head.
morning
I wonder if it's
and
troubling.
watched police arrive.
Yeah.
So the police got out the car real fast, started running up to her, and told her to put her hands around her back. She was trying to talk. Then they, putting her in the car. Then they, putting the yellow tape around. And then I was like, something ain't right.
I'm sorry that it had to come to that, but I would feel bad if I come home and somebody was here with my little girl.
Yeah, I guess.
36-year-old Kendra Scott, no relation to the company, has been charged and arrested with first-degree murder and employing a firearm during the commission of a dangerous felony.
I was wondering if they're going to say that. Kendra Scott is a woman who has a big jewelry company. A lot of you ladies will recognize that name. Kendra Scott.
I would have to buy my wife jewelry to know that name.
Yeah, you might have to soon. Get some Kendra Scott action. And I when I hear that name, I think the same thing. But I was wondering if they were going to make mention of that. They said a mom.
They sell it at Target. Well, she probably already has some then.
They sell it at, I saw it at Disney Springs. I think she has a store. A mom in Tennessee was arrested for murder when officers found a man dead on her front lawn after she claims she caught him hiding under her daughter's bed. This is the update. Kendra Scott, 36, was taken into custody by Memphis police after officers responded to her home just before 2 a.m. Police made the grim discovery of a 20-year-old man unresponsive with a gunshot wound to the back of the head on Scott's front porch. Scott allegedly told officers at the scene that she saw a dude under my kid's bed, and I did what I had to do. All right, interesting. Scott's daughter, who has not been named due to her age, identified the victim as a man named as Roderius Morton. She told police that she invited Morton to the home, and he came in through the back door at 1 a.m.
No.
So we don't know how young this daughter is, but we know that the daughter is underage because they're not naming her in the story.
But she invited him over, and then he hid under the bed, and the mom shot him.
So she is question mark age, the daughter is. She invites the 20-year-old man over, and the 20-year-old man comes over at 1 a.m. About 20 minutes later, her mother comes and knocks loudly on the door and says, "Who's at my house?" The girl told police she was scared because Scott had a gun and previously threatened that if a boy was in the house, she would put a hole in his ass. This is the mom. So she's saying she was scared because her mom had a gun and previously threatened if a boy was in the house, she'd put a hole in his ass. Kendra Scott, 36, has been charged with first-degree murder, possession of a firearm during a felony for allegedly killing a man after finding him under her teen daughter's bedroom, under the bed, I guess. She said when she let her mother into the room, Scott allegedly caught Morton hiding under the bed and collecting his belongings before leaving to go home. The daughter added that Scott told Morton to get out of my house, bitch, and she heard one gunshot and when the two went out on the front porch. So it's interesting here because if she shot this 20-year-old man in her daughter's bedroom under the bed, she might be in a better position.
Yeah, the back of the head thing for me is what makes it sound like she might not be in such a great position for this. When you hear back of the head, typically in the news, they use the term execution style.
Yes, I was just thinking that.
So
yeah.
and they used to hear it all the time in like these really serious violent crimes. They're like, some lady was killed, some man was killed execution style in the front yard. Yeah, like if he was able to make it out, or if there's some other way. This is nothing like the dude in the young kid, like that 18-year-old kid in Daytona or something, where the dad of the young 14-year-old boy just beat the pulp out of his face. Yeah, and they pretty much said,
"Well,
all right,
what do you want us to do about it?
Seems like you took care of the situation, and we're done here."
Yeah, I want to know.
I don't think we're done here.
You know what? I was going to say, Celine, I want to know how young the daughter is, but how much of a factor is that?
Legally, none.
Higgins on YouTube is saying the daughter is 13 years old. I'm looking she just appeared in court. I'm looking at some of the newest headlines on this.
Okay, hold on. I take that back because aren't there some like Romeo and Juliet laws where if this daughter was 17, I don't know. I still think 20 might be a little too much of a gap for that.
The daughter's 13. The person was correct on that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but the 13-year-old called the 20-year-old over. So the 20-year-old could be like, "Hey, maybe this is not an appropriate relationship. Maybe I'm not supposed to be having sex with her or whatever." But she invited me into the house at 1 a.m.
Okay. Here's another question. So the 13-year-old, we know legally cannot give legal consent to have sexual relations with the 20-year-old, right?
Right.
However, can the 13-year-old legally invite a 20-year-old over to her house? I think she can.
And if she can, that's a big game changer. However, the mom might go, "I didn't know who this person was. There's a man under my teenage daughter's bed." But that was your opportunity. That was your opportunity to be like, whoa, hold on, and shoot there maybe. Once the kid is grabbing all of his stuff and scurrying out of the house and on the front porch and you shoot him in the back of the head, it looks like you've murdered this person.
They found the body on the front porch?
Yeah, that's what they said.
Not good for the mother. Not good.
John disagrees. John says the mother did nothing wrong. The story from People says a mother in Tennessee has been charged with first-degree murder. Officers responded to a shooting in Memphis, Tennessee, about 1:40 a.m. They found this guy in the front yard. Police then spoke to the resident. She said she saw a dude under her kid's bed. I did what I needed to do. It confirms that the daughter was 13 years old. Let me see if there's anything else in this other report on this, so we're all caught up on the story. This is another report from WREG about this same case. Let's see what they said.
Tonight's crime alert. A local mother is charged with shooting and killing a man who was found hiding under her child's bed early yesterday morning. WREG's Caitlin Barker is live in the neighborhood where the shooting took place with the latest on what happened. Caitlin?
Good afternoon, Stephanie. This shooting took place here at around 1:40 a.m. and it happened at this home right across from me on Travis Road.
So it's kind of a rough looking neighborhood here. And I don't know if this is a duplex. I think it's a duplex because I'm seeing two different addresses on the front of this house. So it's a duplex is what it looks like. And the daughter, who was 13, invited over a 20-year-old at almost 2 o'clock in the morning. 20-year-old comes over. Mom knocks on the door, goes, "What's going on in there?" Mom kicks into the room, and she looks under the bed, and she sees this 20-year-old in her 13-year-old daughter's room, and she's got a gun. 13-year-old goes, "I was scared because Mom said if she found anybody like this in my room, she might shoot him." Mom chases him out, and then somewhere around the front yard, they have an interaction, and the mom kills him.
Now, this all happened after a mother found a man in her house. She says he was hiding under a child's bed. When police arrived, they found the man dead near the front porch.
Damn.
Now, the woman, 36-year-old Kendra Scott, now faces multiple charges, including first-degree murder and employment of a firearm during the commission of a dangerous felony. The man who was shot has now been identified as Redarius Morton. According to police, Morton was invited by a child to the home and came in through the back door at 1 a.m. The arrest affidavit says
there is something to that. Like, if you're being invited by a 13-year-old girl into her house at 1 a.m. in the back door, you know you're doing something wrong.
Correct.
Doesn't mean you should be shot. Doesn't mean you should be shot, but you know that you're sneaking around and doing something wrong with a teenager. With a 13-year-old girl, barely a teenager.
Kendra Scott came home. She was heard banging on the front door and yelling, "Who's at my house?" Once the child opened the door, Morton was found hiding under the child's bed. As Morton was leaving the house, both Scott and Morton went out to the front porch, and that's when the juvenile says she heard a gunshot. Morton was found shot in the back of the head. Now, I spoke with one neighbor who says he feels bad for everyone involved.
For the child,
fence sitter.
My mama going to jail. The boy family since he was walking away, and I guess I feel bad for the mama. She should have thought more.
All right, I couldn't really hear what he said, but
Feel bad for the mama.
She should have thought more. Thought more. I don't know exactly what he said, but something like that.
Yeah,
what do you guys think?
None
that's kind of crazy.
None of this sounds good for the mother here. It says the teen eventually let her mother inside, where Scott allegedly found Morton hiding under her bed. "Get out of my house, bitch," she allegedly screamed, and followed Morton out the front door. He was leaving.
Yeah, so that sounds like, but a lot of you are going to be like, nope, don't be in the house. Here somebody says, if you're an adult chasing 13-year-old skirts, I hope you get shot. Yeah, what do you think, folks? Let us know. YouTube, Twitch, send your dispatches and emails on the way out, because when we come back, we're doing the final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Monday. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show, the Picasso of Palatka.
I don't even know what to say to that.
The Jim Colbert Show, weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 10.
Hello, hello. If I'm ending with Shakira, oof, what song should I end with? What Shakira song? Chat. Shakira was one of the big performers at the World Cup for the halftime show. So you got to ask yourself, what Shakira's song do you end on? Okay. Hips Don't Lie, La Tortura? I don't know if I know that. Shakira. What's that? I don't know. You could dance like this. Como te llama? Waka Waka? I don't know that Waka Waka song. That's Hips Don't Lie? I'm going to do Hips Don't Lie. That's a bigger song. Hello? Thank you. Appreciate it. You look great today, by the way. Huh? What? Why am I silly? What's silly about that? I would never tell her that to her face. Can't be too nice to her. Rate the show, folks. It's time to rate the show. There's a rate my step a fee. Nice move. Nice move with that dispatch. Where should I? All right. Okay, we're going to do this. Okay, we're good. We're good. 20 out of 10. 20 out of 10. Holy cow. That's a huge rating for the show today. 20 out of 10. And the boobs have it? Maybe. Rate the show 10 out of 10 into the Hall of Fame. It goes no notes. 1 out of 10 into the Hall of Shame, the embarrassing corner over here where the sad shows go. As you do that and rate it 9.4 sugar boogers out of 10, 10 out of 10 touch my phone and slap slaps, 13 secret show subs out of 10, 9 out of 10 crime messies, 20 out of 10 mojitos. Stop, mojito. Stop, mojito. Move, mojito. Love me some mojito. As those all roll in, I ask you one thing. If you don't mind, if you're over on YouTube, hit that like button. I would greatly appreciate that. Hit the like button over on YouTube. That helps us out with the stream. We got a big week of shows. Some exciting stuff tomorrow. Some guests along the way tomorrow. And don't forget, we drop this tomorrow. Anybody who's a new subscriber tomorrow, you can claim this as your gift after the show. Or, well, during the show tomorrow. But it's not up yet. Or if you're already a subscriber and you gift a subscription, you can claim one of the Spider Curse magnets. There's only 96 of them. That's it. So get yours tomorrow on the show. Stand by. Stay gold. I love you. We'll see you tomorrow.
855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Start the school year with real support from Real Radio 104.1 and Key Food Supermarket. This Saturday, July 25th at 10 a.m., get a free backpack with school supplies at 6 Key Food locations in Ocala, Mount Dora, Apopka, Claremont, and Orlando on East Michigan and Chickasaw Trail while supplies last. One lucky winner at each location gets free lunch for a year. Helping the community for real with Real Radio and Key Food. And this Saturday, you can hang out with our good friend Joshua Fowler. He will be at the Key Food Supermarket in Ocala, Saturday, July 25th at 10 a.m. while supplies last. Find your local Key Foods and more information at realradio.fm.
All the big moments of the 2026 FIFA World Cup were heard live on the free iHeartRadio app.
There's the final whistle.
Sports never stop.
The return of the NFL, baseball's second half.
And breaking news always.
Download the free iHeartRadio app now.
At some point, body pain may creep in and become your reality that day. But Aleve is here to keep you moving. One pill gives you up to 12 hours of body pain relief. So don't let pain hold you back. Try Aleve today. Use as directed.
Preparing you
For the impending robot uprising.
This is the News Junkie.
That didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Monday. Thanks for being with us. Appreciate you. Some excitement on the show tomorrow and some surprises along the way. Right now, let's wrap everything up as we scoot on out of here. Let's see what we have to do. Oh, we have been kind of on time today.
Yeah.
Which is surprising, number one.
You feeling all right?
I don't know what's going on here. We also have a surprising amount of time to wrap things up. Let's see. What have we missed? J.D. Vance announced that he and his wife, Second Lady Usha Vance, gave birth to the couple's fourth child. That's pretty rare that a vice president has a child while in office. They have a new son named Alec Neil Vance. Alec Neil Vance was born this weekend. There was a blooper from ABC, this says. ABC, where there was somebody yelling at their dog on TV during an interview. Listen.
That your decision to defect to One Nation is dragging you further.
If this guy says move mojito, I'm checking out for the weekend.
To a place of intolerance and racial discrimination. You're defending your leader, but are you really comfortable with where she is taking you?
I think... Sit down! Sorry, it's a dog.
I like how he specified that too. I thought he was just going to say sit down. No, he went for it. He screamed at that dog.
Into a place of intolerance and racial.
And by the way, they're asking him if his party is like being too racist or something. I don't know what's going on here, right? Like I don't know what's happening. I don't know if this guy's cool or racist or based or whatever. But I know that they're asking about something like, is this where your party should go? It's racism.
Discrimination. You're defending your leader, but are you really comfortable with where she is taking you?
I think... Sit down! Sorry, it's a dog.
So strange, man. Oh, all right, there he goes.
Sorry.
He's yelling at his dog. I wonder, did that dog immediately heal when this Barnaby Joyce person screamed at them live on camera? New York School District is the first in the United States to introduce a humanoid robot in the classroom. Sally will have a Western New York accent and will teach 11th and 12th grade students at Salamanca High School. Sally costs less than the average teacher's salary in New York with a price tag of $57,000. Is this Sally here? Let's see.
Emotions the way humans do. I make emotional connections by learning your preferences, remembering past conversations with a custom memory system.
The garbage robot.
And responding in ways that feel personal and consistent over time.
Bro, the photograph of the robot teacher in the classroom with the real kids is dystopian as hell. Like, this is what's that, robo teacher? Although the kids don't know how to read, so maybe the robot will do better. I don't know what to think about this whole thing. This can't possibly be good, though. It can't possibly.
What happens when one of those
good.
kids just drop kicks that robot, and then it's the kids' classroom now?
I'm the captain now moment.
Sure.
These kids, it could be the case. And all right, I want to make sure, because somebody just complained about this, I get some final dispatches in. This woman is the drunkest person of the weekend. Panama City, Florida.
Hey there. Your driver's license, please, ma'am.
Oh, you peed in the seat.
Oh, God, she peed in the seat. That's how drunk this lady is.
No, I
You did.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I didn't.
What is that?
Well, we can figure that out later.
Keep your vape.
They let her hit the vape?
All right, go have a couple.
Whoa! He's catching her.
Yeah.
Try not to move your head.
Oh, you are not beating the charges.
Place your left foot on the line for me. Place the right heel. Place, excuse me. Put your right heel against the toe of your left foot.
Why even do this?
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, this is...
Why even do the field sobriety exercises with this woman?
I have a visual breathalyzer, and it is pinging right now. It is really, really pinging.
I wonder if there's some situation in which it would be unsafe to deliver field sobriety exercises or to administer them to a person who clearly cannot walk.
If there was the situation, this would be it that you're looking at. I think you're right about that, Celine. All right, let's do the final dispatch.
These are the
Ready?
final dispatches, but
Quickly.
Sean will probably only play one.
All right, here we go. There were so many dispatches that came in. Keep them coming in. Rate My Blank now goes throughout the week. I said, show us the best place you've got a magnet, or show us your magnet collection. This is somebody with some News Junkie magnets on the back of their motorbike here. Very, very nice. This is somebody with magnets actually on themselves.
All right.
It's one way to do it. This is my show us your blank. All right.
Hey there, junkies. What's going on? So
Hey.
I have my nice magnets on the inside, and I keep my older magnets that I'm ready to lose and also utilize for my best abilities.
All right.
So I got magnets around.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Paint's pretty bad. I got a mow one up there, just in case. I got magnets all over the place.
She's got News Junkie magnets covering up every ding on her car, which is that's a move. All right.
Gotta
thank
wonder,
you.
like, why are there so many dings?
I don't know. That might be a red flag, though. Sharkbait, thank you for that. That's a good one. That's a good one. We're going to keep our eyes on this. We're also going to implement some voting, because if we do these Rate My Blanks throughout the week, we want to make it so everybody can vote and participate. So I'll work on that a little bit today. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Monday, July 20th, 2026. How's this for an invention that didn't catch on? In 1882, James Alexander Williams patented a mousetrap. At that time, the mousetrap killed the animal by firing off a pistol. It noted it could also be used to kill any person or thing opening the door or window it was attached to.
The gun-powered mousetrap. Well,
gun-powered mousetrap did not catch on,
one way to do
unfortunately.
the picture, the drawing from the patent is hilarious.
It's a little bit overkill. And today I learned this lady right here.
Shakira.
That's right. Say it twice. The Shakira lady from the World Cup halftime show was rejected from her school choir because the teacher thought she sounded like a goat. Look at her now, teacher. Huh? Look at her now.
She's
Thank
hot.
you so
She
much.
sounds like a goat.
We appreciate you hanging out with us. She might have been right about that.
A very talented goat.
We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Miss any of the show? Get the podcast over at the News.